Hello, welcome back everybody for another episode of Aliit by Beskar, which is Mandoa for Clan of Steel. I'm pretty excited. I know I say that every single time that we start a session of anything, but I'm always excited to play with all these wonderful people. Before we jump into all the action and everything, I think there was talk about heading back to a Dark Trooper facility, so that might get interesting. Before we jump into all that, though, I'm going to let everybody introduce themselves and their characters. We'll start with the top left with Vanessa. Tell us a little bit about Anaka and yourself.
Hi, I'm Vanessa. I am a traditional artist primarily. I do watercolor and pencil sketch, as well as some digital art. And if you'd like to check out any of my stuff, you can certainly do so. I have an art Twitter, which is @PepperoDraws, right there below my little tile in the top left there. And that's Peppero like the candy. If you are a fan of anime, or specifically My Hero Academia or Jujutsu Kaisen, I do have a couple pieces that I've just recently posted up there, so if you'd like to take a look at those. Some artwork as well for our Saturday game, Animus Absentus. There's another character up there for that. And I will be shortly posting some new art as well, because we're doing a little OC art swap in our little Tikva group, the old Tikva peeps. So those are going to be up there as well shortly if you'd like to take a look. But I play Anakata. She is a Dark Force user. She's a Togruta. And she is kind of like I joke and I always say that she's like the broody goth kid. That's just chilling out and trying to get everybody to stop talking to her. Whether that's actually what her personality is like, or whether that is a cover-up that she is going to stick with until otherwise, we don't know. But yeah, she has a secretive past and very, very trained in the Force. That's Naga.
All right. Next, we've got Nikki with Ilsa. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your character.
Ilsa is, she's got a kind of a secretive past too, but she's not really very moody. She's just insistent on making the ship into a cabin or cottage. And I don't know why I always forget this, because I'm on the spot.
It's okay.
And I'm Nikki. I just like to have fun.
Awesome. Next, we've got Hope. Tell us a little bit about Muxo and yourself.
I'm Hope Tracy. You can find me at Hope Tracy71. You can also find me here, obviously, because you're here. And Mondays on Milady Saito's channel for Tales of Drahi. We're back finally. I'm so excited. There's so many terrible things happening, and it's great. Muso, on the other hand, terrible things are not happening to her. She's a Mandalorian, and she is like if Leslie Hall and Ace Rimmer from Red Dwarf had 7 kids and she was the middle kid. She is a daredevil. She's not afraid of anything. And she's the first person to jump into danger if there is danger to be jumped into. I love her so much. She's not only in personality, but in costume, and this is very important to me. She's very much like that mix of people in that she wears a gold bodysuit, and her armor is hot pink, and she is outrageous, and can't wait to see what's in store for her.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Next, we've got Matt. Tell us a little bit about Jai and yourself.
Hi, I'm Matt Hoadley. I'm a streamer, podcaster, content creator, freelancer, all sorts of ers. And I play Jai Soren, who is a sweet summer child, a precious cupcake, and an absolute idiot. I love him dearly. He gets to make all of the mistakes. It's wonderful. And he's slowly having to grow up, which is just as fun in games as it is in real life.
Yep. And then also, we normally have Mr. Parr with us, or Mr. Parr 4E on Twitter. Definitely go give him a follow. He does really cool stuff. Couldn't make it tonight. Hopefully we'll catch him next week. He plays Zadu Baka, which is a really cool character, a Twi'lek who was raised by Wookiees who has essentially joined the ranks of Mandalorians. So very cool. And he has a droid, one of the roller droids from the prequels, named Locke, who's a little unstable personality-wise. So very cool stuff. I normally play Locke because of how unstable the droid is. So we'll probably see Locke doing some stuff this session as well. And then it just leaves me. I'm Raven. I'm the creative director for the Raven Evermore, which is my brand for the various different things that I do. You can find all of that stuff at my link tree, which is right there in chat. And then in the game, I play everything and everyone in the galaxy that isn't the player characters. And then before we jump in, quick word on sponsors. We've got Fundamental RPG and Intrepid. Fundamental RPG you can find at coffee.com/raven/shop. Like it says in the bottom right hand corner, just add a /shop to the end of that. And yeah, it just officially dropped 3 or 4 days ago with 2nd edition. It's available for purchase. Really cool tabletop system. There's also a giveaway going on. You can enter until the end of the day today. That's on my Twitter if you want to look at the Raven, like it says below my face here, or at the Raven Evermore, RAVYN for that one, on Instagram. There's also a giveaway going on there for it as well. So very cool stuff. And then Intrepid is adventuring gear for IRL. So if you like athletic, casual, or outdoors wear with a tabletop theme, you can check that out. It's also at my coffee shop, so coffee.com/raven/shop, just like it says in the bottom right hand corner. Just add /shop to the end. All that out of the way. Last session, you all met up with Bevan. Jai was big mad because of finding out who Shiny Stormtrooper was.
Saxon.
Yep.
It was unfortunately adorably big mad.
Yes. Yeah. It was
Sadly.
Bevan was also big mad, but much quieter about it.
Yes, he's mature.
Yes. He's quite a bit older than Jai.
Yeah, but we like him.
Yeah. I think my favorite part of the last session still was Anaka and Jai standing up to try to get people to, sit down from trying to fight them in the cantina, and then not noticing Bevan stand up behind them, which is actually what made everybody sit down and shut up. That was still fun.
That's just a great trope.
Yeah. So yeah, at the end of that, the plan I think was to go try and hit that Dark Trooper facility, Admiral Pell's bunker again for more information, because that's I think the best lead that you have on where Jaws, Saxon, Kirill is. But before that, I think there were also plans to go on a shopping trip. So with that in mind, you're still on Tatooine, but the ship is fueled up, repaired, good to go. Zadu took care of that for everyone. So, what's the order of the day?
What are we buying? Like, I'm always down to shop, but did you have a plan? People who are muted.
To whomst are you asking? Because I think Jai is still moodily stomping around, probably in the general direction of his workshop area.
Okay. So we got a bunch of tools and stuff on our last trip to Camino. Is there anything that we need on Tatooine? What are we shopping for?
I don't know.
I think Ilsa wanted to go shopping, and it was assumed that Muxo would. I mean, you're gonna break into that same facility that you did before, so I presume
we were.
you'd want to shop for those things too.
Yeah. Okay. Great. We are gonna break into the same place as before. What were we like?
There's a big Star Destroyer in orbit around that place that you could also break into instead.
No, I was firmly told no on plans to board Star Destroyer, even though it's obviously the best plan because no one would expect that.
Except for the last time we did it.
Yeah. Bevan's against that. I, as the GM, am all for it.
Well, yes, but you want us to wind up with a Darth Ewok on the team. So you're biased.
I just like to make things spicy.
There's spicy, and then there's off the Scoville scale.
I think though, Jai, if you
Yes.
want to, take down that filthy Saxon, then we need to be kind of like careful for a little bit, because like even if we get a ship, we still have to find someone to crew it. There's no point in having more guns than you have hands.
Okay, first of all.
And by hands, I mean
Incorrect.
people. People to shoot the guns.
Okay, well, look, we can go grab clans to fill a ship. That's just a good plan. So here, okay.
But we need to build our reputation as being like, we're not going to get the people following us dead real fast.
We haven't gotten anyone dead, but people that deserved it. We're amazing.
Yet. We are amazing. I agree.
So do we need do we need to go shopping? Or can we just go
you're
to
out of
planet?
explosives.
No.
I have grenades. Do you have grenades?
I have very good grenades.
Okay. When did that happen?
The same time y'all got y'all's grenades. I got something just a little extra spicy to put in my back pocket.
Nice. Okay. Oh, detonate. Yes. Good.
Oh,
You're gonna
also
need
that.
it.
Also
Those
that,
are-
yes.
Those are scary. Probably need it to kill them. Oh, okay.
Do remember, Jai held a thermal detonator to Shiny Boy's head before the big bluff game went down.
Mhm.
And those are like real bad grenades. That would have ended poorly for everyone if a ship hadn't shown up.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so we have surveillance equipment. Do we have can we get like a little drone to carry a camera around and like record?
You're talking about a pro droid, and the answer is absolutely yes. Jai just like pulls out plans and just poof, yes.
Excellent. We need one. Because these things are scary and I don't want to die just to carry information out.
Oh, then I know what we need to go shopping for.
Mhm.
Hold on, I'm going to toss something in a link for our dear GM real fast. Let me pull it up. This may also mean we might need more money. I don't know how much this is gonna cost. 1 second.
Also, when you say like a drone to carry a camera or something, are you thinking like something small, like the size of a Mando helmet, or smaller even?
Smaller.
Okay. You could potentially modify a what are they called? The little training ball thing.
That's
the
the size I was
remotes,
thinking.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the size I was thinking.
Yeah, you could do something like that.
That is what I would like, but not so expensive it's not disposable.
Well, let me. I mean, we could definitely do that. There are some other things that we can do. There's the one I want. Okay.
A certain person whose regard that I really care about wants information, and I want to maximize that.
There's that one. There's also Imperial variant. I can keep scrolling to find it.
Can you
I
put
just
that in Discord?
Yes, I can.
Thank you.
The nice thing about this is that it is small enough that it could like fit on like our backs
Yeah.
and then deploy.
Yeah.
And
Those
it
are-
is just fully a droid.
Right.
Mark 7 Inquisitor Seeker Droid.
Yeah, that's a weird name for it. Usually it's called like an ID-10 droid, which is very funny if you know like any sort of tech support.
Yeah, that's funny.
Because it's one letter short of an ID-10T problem.
Yep. This came from was this prequels or what era is this from?
So technically prequels. It also showed up in Battlefront 2. It's
Okay.
shown up. It was in. I think it first showed up in Revenge of the Sith. It's about this big, and it's like the forerunner to the proper like Viper droid.
Okay. So yeah, they are pricey. So those cost about 10,000 credits.
I figured we
Whereas-
could maybe hit up a junkyard here on Tatooine and see what they might have on, like a broken one.
They could. You could look into that. The training droid, the remote, is around 5,000 credits, but I'm gonna say, could probably find them cheaper now, considering what time frame that we're in. And I'm gonna say like 3,000 credits for that.
That's
cool.
affordable.
So
those
why-
are readily available. The other one, the more expensive one, absolutely you can check and see if some junkyards has one. That's going to be
Okay.
gather information.
Okay. I'm more than willing to do that.
Yeah.
I don't have a good roll for it, but I will try. Got an 18.
Okay. Yeah, there is. You find one junkyard that has one. It's very, very old and beat up, but they're selling it for 2,500 credits. It just needs a little TLC to make it actually function.
All
It's
right.
not currently operating.
Okay. We can probably do that. I have like 2,000 credits on hand.
I have 2,500.
Well, let's split that cost then.
Great. Okay, so I will.
1250 a piece.
Yeah. 4 surveillance drone.
Yes. Then when I'm presumably, I know Muxo has mechanical skills, so if you want to work on it together, we totally can.
Yeah, I can
Um,
assist you.
When we're in its guts trying to make it work, can we? And I guess we'll need to go buy the bits for this. Could we replace a bunch of those like laser spots with cameras?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I was gonna say it doesn't come with the blaster.
Oh, perfect.
We have plenty of guns. I mean,
so
never
that
enough.
part's-
But
That part's missing, but yeah, you could replace those two blaster spots with extra cameras or
would that make it less
sensors or something like that.
less noticeable because it would be like not as high power? Like, wouldn't be carrying such high power. Like it wouldn't be as energetic.
Not really. Like, if somebody saw it and they didn't see, blasters, they might find it less threatening. But as
I
far
was
as,
thinking like beyond just like seeing a thing. Like I didn't know
Yeah,
if like
like
the
for-
energy would be visible to other
for
types of-
sensors and scans and things like that, it would be a negligible difference.
Okay.
And we can give it like a better like stealth coat of paint.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can, whatever kind of modifications you want to do to it, just let me know, and I'll give you a DC for your mechanics check for it.
So cameras for sure, and then probably just matte black, like
Yeah.
imperial black.
When we have cameras, we got them on Camino.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I
a
think
bunch
you've got all the parts and everything that you need.
Cool.
Installing cameras, I'm just gonna let you take 20 on that part. So you just need
Okay.
the initial mechanics check to make it actually work.
Neat.
Which is kind of like
Can
giving
I
it a tune-up and
assist?
replacing some bits with parts that you just have on hand.
Yeah.
All right. So what do I get for assists? How does that work?
It's a great question that I knew the answer to, and I have forgotten.
Until I asked, right?
Yup. I know it adds like a plus something. How does it work? I can find the answer pretty quick. I know it reduces the amount of time for sure. Aid another action. There it is. Aiding. Okay. If you roll a 10 or higher on your check, the character you're helping receives a +2 bonus on their own check. That's what it is. And then with mechanic stuff, I know it also decreases the amount of time it takes to do it.
Okay.
Okay, so I need to roll above a, what was it, 10
A 10, yeah.
to 8? I add that, so I'm pretty confident I can do
Just don't roll a 1.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah, you're good. So that brings Jai's up to a 20. And yeah, it takes you the better part of a day you basically have to take this thing completely apart and then reassemble it. But a lot of it's just replacing like little tiny components that have burnt out and cleaning it up on the inside. But yeah, you're able to, the two of you are able to take a day and fix it up.
Great.
Neat.
I would also like to find a private moment with Anaka to talk to her, if I can
Okay.
manage that. Unless she's avoiding me, but she shouldn't be yet, because she doesn't know what I want to talk to her about.
I love how you worded that.
In general, she's not too evasive, I would assume. So you can probably find her, I don't know, in her quarters or something.
Muxo will knock.
Yeah, she opens the door. She doesn't play. She opens the door.
Great. Anaka, I'd like to talk to you. Is that okay?
I love how you approach this like she's a child that might flee. Is that okay? She opens the door wide for you to come inside.
Okay, great. Muxo will walk in, and she's always swaggering, but this is like a quieter swagger. She kind of stands there like a little. She's not used to doing this, so it's a little uncomfortable. But
Why do I feel like I'm getting scolded by my mom? Like, what's up, Musa? Anaka doesn't say anything. She just waits for you to say what you have to say.
so I really appreciated how you went out of your way to save Jai the other day. That was really nice of you. I appreciate that. I'm sure Jai does too. Let me look at my notes because I'm gonna skip the segue. I have notes.
That's right. My only note from last session was Steve.
That's
watch
the
out for
only
him.
important note.
Right.
Steve was amazing last session. Hats off to him wherever he is.
I understand how that might have been difficult for you to do. It's easy to resent people like Jai being so easy to rescue. You know what I mean? Like, we just do it. We can't help it. Like, Jais are in trouble. We gotta jump in. And it kind of makes you wonder, like, you know, what do they have that I don't? Why them and not me? And easy to be resentful of that. And I just wanted to let you know that, you know, when you're ready, you just point which way you want us to blast something, and we're there for you. Okay?
You think I'm resentful of Jai?
You were
Because
really
he
angry
does
after
things.
the combat, and I assumed that was the reason. And then she will just sort of like
Interesting.
do finger guns and she'll walk out. Just let us know.
Right. Yes, I will definitely let you know.
And then Muxa will go join Jai and make demands on him to help her plan this attack. Just in case he didn't have it. Oh, I just want to note that like Anaka is basically an IMAX screen for Muxa right now. In terms of projecting feelings.
Oh. Oh dear.
Oh.
It didn't really come
explains a lot
through.
about that conversation. I love that.
Yeah. Yeah. I should have like read it from here, but I felt awkward about reading words that I had written. But yeah. That's what happened there in case you're confused, Vanessa.
I'm sure Anaka is like, what the fuck?
Anaka can be confused. That's totally fine. So Jai, we need to plan. I know this is uncomfortable, but here, I don't know if you have this data yet. I would like to put this into the communication center, and I kind of want to like flip it around and see how we can like copy that over and extrapolate what it might look like inside the place that we're going. Can you do that?
Jai's just like staring at you, like eyes have glazed a little bit, and just goes, okay, wait, what?
I want you to use this snippet,
Okay.
copy and paste it around until it fits in with the information we already have, so we can guess at a map for this fortification.
He just like hits some things on his data, like on his data pad, and like pulls up a map of the surrounding city of Tatooine and be like, we have map.
No,
We just went shopping. Why do we need a map?
and she's got the hollow up of the place we met Shiny.
Oh, the
That
base.
I'm personally blanking on. Yes, the base. That's the word.
Right.
I want you to get us a map of the base from the information that we have. It's very limited. Can you do that?
I'm going to do something first. I'm going to roll knowledge bureaucracy real fast
Okay.
Mhm.
to see if Jai is cognizant enough of imperial design methodology to know if this is a good idea or not.
Okay.
I mean, I got a 25.
So basically, you're trying to figure out like,
Could
are
we
they
take?
generic enough to know, like, extrapolate a layout?
Yeah, based on like the 2 minutes that they were inside.
Yeah. So that's a pretty good roll. You're actually able to remember that just some random thing that you remember, like one of your dads saying about Imperial construction at some point way back, that they typically use like one of three contractors to build out bunkers and things like that. So you've basically got a 1 in 3 chance of extrapolating this pretty accurately, or possibly it being completely wrong.
Okay. How would you like me to randomize my guess for you? Like, I can roll a D3 real fast, and then we can just move on from there.
Well, what you can do, if you would like, you could do gather information, or use computer, one or the other, depending on which direction you want to go.
Absolutely use computers.
Use computer would be more like hacking into Imperial blueprint stuff, which is not quite as secure as it used to be. And seeing kind of what the general layouts for those 3 contractors are.
Okay.
And then you can kind of, from there, if you're successful, come up with 3 plans and then once people are inside, they can figure out which plan works.
Okay. Then what Jai will do is Jai will recall the little probe droid that we've made into his hand, and then toss it to Muxo, and she's like, "Here, play with this," and then race off to a computer.
Fantastic. Muxo does so. She familiarizes herself with the controls because it's like flying a ship from the outside.
I got a 28.
Nice. Yeah. You are able to do a little hacking shenanigans and find some plans for like generic Imperial bunker for Company 1, Company 2, and Company 3. And get a good idea of how this place is probably built, and it's probably one of these 3 plans. So you don't know which one it is, but you're able to make 3 maps out of it.
Okay.
So that little squiggle that we have for like the 100 feet a corridor we got down,
we're able to line
we'll probably
that up.
fit each of them.
Yeah.
Each of them equally well. That's fine.
Yeah.
So Jai now has how to phrase this. I have a question that I think Jai would have, but I don't quite know if he would have. So we have now seen Anaka's lightsaber.
Yes.
Yeah, it's red.
It is red.
Yes.
Jai's biological father was a clone commando during the Clone Wars. And red was bad.
Yep.
Now, not in like a moral sense, but in like a if red lightsabers still exist in this world, they're probably Imperial. That's what I'm wondering, if Jai has enough information to put together, like rumors of Darth Vader and things like this.
Yeah, because up until very recently, Darth Vader was still a very present force. So I don't know that Jai would necessarily associate red with necessarily Imperial, but definitely with like Sith. Which you know that the Sith worked for the Empire.
Right.
Or vice versa.
Okay.
So not exactly like red means Imperial, but red means Sith, which might mean Imperial.
Okay. So Jai's gonna do
that makes
something
sense.
dumb. Jai's not gonna go right to Muxo with these maps.
Of course.
Jai's gonna go knock on Anaka's door.
Oh no.
I love that you're not.
Is so popular today. What the hell's going on?
Your phone's blowing up.
Yeah.
Look, you showed your hand a little bit with a lightsaber, and now Jai's just like, ooh, resource.
Anaka, kind of half expecting it to be Muxo back to spout some more weird stuff, opens the door.
Hi, hey, and he just like immediately projects the 3 plans like off a hollow, like off of his data pad. Do any of these look like Imperial shit to you?
Anaka, as soon as you start talking, just like slowly does the the slow close eyes where you're just exasperated and you're like, here we go. She does that, and then when you say, do these look Imperial, she looks at what you have. Raven, based on what we know of how Anaka was raised, what is the answer here?
You can roll knowledge, galactic lore, knowledge tactics, knowledge technology, or knowledge bureaucracy. Any of those to try and ascertain this information based on Anaka's past.
They're all the same. So let's see.
Okay.
I used the mirror dice. I said I wasn't going to use the mirror dice anymore, and I did it, and I rolled an 8.
Okay. It's 8 total?
Yeah.
You don't even know what these are.
She like squints at them and like stares at them for a second, and then her eyes move up and look to you, Jai. And she says, "What are these?"
Maps. Muxo wanted me to make a map of the thingy that y'all walked through with the spooky droids, so we can go blow it up. I mean, maybe blow it up. Hey, Muxo, are we blowing it up?
Blowing what up? Maybe.
Yeah, we're blowing it up.
Maybe.
Oh my god.
She's distracted because, like, drone.
The Chaos
So-
Twins over here.
So it's probably one of these three layouts. I was just kind of hoping, because you got the spooky saber, that it would be one that you would know if one of these looked more right than the others. Yeah.
To be quite honest with you, I don't really recognize any of them.
Huh. Okay. Hey, somebody flip a coin a couple times.
For what?
Which map we're gonna use?
Can I just look at them?
Sure.
Oh my god.
And I just like shoot them to the briefing dinner table.
Fantastic. Great. Also, do we know about Ilsa's past? Anything about it?
We know she has a red lightsaber. That's literally all Jai was going off of.
Ilsa.
Oh, Ilsa's past.
Ilsa.
Do we know about Ilsa's Stormtrooper Academy
I don't
past? Or
think so.
has she not said anything? Great, we'll surprise her with it.
Okay.
Unintentionally. So, oh, we're at the table. Let's have dinner. Muxo just wants everybody there to look at the maps. So, dinner tonight is she has made a huge pot of like sorghum or something equivalent to it, and like 'cause she wants to make sure we all get our vegetables, and it's basically just like a saute of that, and she's just like, "Come get dinner," assuming you arrive. It's been a long day of tinkering with drones.
It's true.
Dinner party. Hooray.
Yes. Yes.
All right. So
How nicely
group
is this
dinner.
table set? Yeah.
Elsa is not at dinner.
So it's like plate bowls, just set there, and you've got a mound of food in it. And you go get a spoon if you want to eat.
Ilsa's not there. Interesting.
Bum,
my
bum, bum.
Where's Ilsa? Has anybody seen Ilsa?
No. I haven't seen Duce today.
No. Where's Adu? What's going on?
Or Locke.
What?
He just like pulls his helmet back on.
I just like activate my communicator. Like, where are you?
Locked
Let
in
anybody
here
answer
either,
who
which
wants to. It's dinner time. We're waiting for you.
Jai is already eating.
Yeah.
I
Or
think,
not.
just guessing. I think for this session, Zadu will come in and grab a plate and then head back to the cockpit to work on something.
Yeah, that's fair. We're still on Tatooine, right?
Yeah,
Or flying?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I don't think you've taken off yet.
Okay, so I'm just going to assume that Ilsa went shopping without me, which, ow. But, okay. So, how big is the difference between these three maps?
They're pretty much the same in terms of like how much space they take up, obviously, but like the layouts are different.
Mhm.
Some of them have larger rooms versus smaller rooms. The configuration, they're laid out a little bit differently.
Mhm.
And like so things like lifts and stairways and things like that are in different locations.
Okay,
So
but they all have the
they're-
top vent that you go down, and
Yeah,
a
well,
big,
I mean, yeah.
big thing for the ship.
The ventilation is pretty similar in all three, and like the main door is pretty similar. It's more just what's inside that's different.
Okay, so what, Jai?
What's up? What?
There's an impression we have an impression this is a factory, and there's big fucking scary things being assembled in it. So, can we pinpoint like a likely power center in any of these? I think that would be a good idea if we like knock that out and then we surveilled.
I mean, I'm gonna assume that part of these like standard layouts were like power conduit and things like that. So it's like, yeah, it's here, or here.
Yeah. So each of the maps. So let's just make a plan for each of them. I think that'll be our target first, and then we'll fan out. Do we want to all go in like quietly, or do we want to do the same kind of like distraction tactic we used last time?
Well, Zadu can probably hold down the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not park in the same canyon.
Maybe
That would
not.
be silly. But the big question is, do we bring Locke with us, or does Locke help Zadu guard the ship?
What do we think about just having someone like hammer on the big door while the rest of us sneak in?
I mean, if we want to do that kind of sneaky, then we have TIE fighters.
Yes. I didn't mean this ship.
No, like someone could just like land a TIE and then request that the docking doors open.
Oh, right. Tact.
I mean, Anaka yells at us about stealth a lot, so.
Oh, Anaka, do you want to do that bit? You're probably the best to pass.
Did Anaka come to dinner?
Muxa will yell down the hall. She doesn't care.
No, Anaka did come to dinner because she's worried about Jai going, let's just flip some coins and see what we land on. Like, so she came because she's very
chance.
She's very interested to see what kind of train wreck she's about to walk into. So yes, she is there.
This is actually a good idea of Jai's. I think that you could fly a TIE in to the door. It's not complicated flying, just flying into a door. You've got that whole like force user thing going on, right? In the red lightsaber. I'm also making assumptions. And you could like just talk your way in, and then like once you get in there, fuck some shit up. While we're off, or not. You could just be in there. That's fine. Whatever you're comfortable with.
I love that Muxo doesn't like stop to give Anaka a chance to assess the plan. She's just like, this, you could do this or not, it's okay. We can do something else.
Muxo abruptly notices that her food, it's like one of her favorites, is getting cold. Like her hand had brushed the side of the bowl, so she just like, she does stop at that point, and she's just like, oh.
Hey, Ilsa's just gonna kind of wander by with like a cup of coffee.
Jai will just like hand a bowl as you go by. We're planning to attack the factory if you want to join in, but here's food.
I'll just take it and said, okay, call me when we leave.
Okay. Okay.
So Anaka?
I suppose it could work.
Can you convincingly convince them that you're from Admiral Pell? Because that's who these guys work for.
I'm sure I could think of something.
I think we still have the copy of that code cylinder. At this point, that's probably really, really burned, but
Yeah, I was gonna say, I hate that there's not an insight in this particular one, but yeah, I was gonna say you could make a roll or just assume that it's no longer good. I think everybody here would know that that's probably no longer gonna work.
Oh, did you have a switch?
Did we switch?
It
I did not
hasn't.
know.
It hasn't popped.
No, I
up
was
on the
joking.
screen.
I was joking.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
I get it now.
Oh.
That was a
I was
complete
literally
joke.
just thinking like Ilsa and Anaka are. I feel like
Yeah.
they're swapped right now.
That made too much sense.
Oh.
Okay. So
I was just like scrolling through chat looking to see if a command had been redeemed. Like, what? Oh no.
Yeah.
So infiltration. So Anaka can maybe do that part, and then we can go through a vent. That did y'all make so much noise that they might have sealed that vent?
I don't think a vent is the best idea this time because of that reason. If nothing else, they might trap it.
So you want to go in the front door?
I want one of us to go in the front door. Anaka. Anaka's the only one not wearing Mandalorian armor.
It's true.
We should really fix that.
What do you mean by that?
Get her Beskar.
Why?
It's
Great disguise.
That's
stops everything.
So does that.
That's a significant suggestion from Jai.
No, she's cool. She's not a goddamn Saxon. Fuck a Saxon. She can join the clans. We like her.
Wow.
Yes, obviously.
Look, she's passed any of Jai's tests. She didn't murder him. She lets him do bullshit, and she doesn't steal Beskar from the clans. That's pretty much all it takes.
Those are some low bars, Jai.
Jai is a trusting, sweet summer child if your last name isn't Saxon.
I'm
probably
touched on
Palpatine.
Anaka's behalf.
Muxo's willing to stand behind her in battle, but she's not about to give her the coordinates for her home planet.
Yeah. To be
I mean-
clear, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I was just surprised. I think it's cool that Jai is on board with that plan.
Look, she's been cool, if distant and cold. He's met a lot of Mandos. Most of us are moody assholes, so
You're not wrong.
she's got to step up. She hasn't yelled at me like with intent to harm, so
She hasn't yelled at me. We should give her the precious metal that is in such short supply.
I don't think she'd pass as well as not Mandalorian if we dressed her as one. I'm pretty sure they're looking for Mandos, because they definitely saw us last time.
what if we gave them a Mando?
See, this is. I don't
Jai
like that plan.
pulls a pair of Imperial binders off of his belt. What if we gave them a Mando? What
Who?
if she brought in a Mando?
Okay, I'm in.
Hey,
Anaka looks significantly more interested in this plan. This sounds like a fun plan to her.
Because I think
she
Okay.
can chain one of us up and walk us in.
me, because she can fly the Kipper in, but
You want to
Anaka?
blast the Kipper out?
I don't think. Yes, Anaka, I don't think that I have enough time to show you how to fly it back out in a situation. How do you feel about that?
The plan is certainly becoming more interesting.
Okay, I like this plan. So,
Or-
where are
so-
you all going in?
That's a very good question. How are Ilsa and Jai going to infiltrate this base? This part of the plan only really works with two people.
And not through the vents this time. I'm pretty sure they're trapped.
Okay. We can deploy y'all could take the Kipper from here. Y'all do not necessarily require the whole ship to be landed.
Mhm.
And there is a whole ass Star Destroyer upstairs.
No,
what if?
No, we're spying, not stealing right now.
Hey, Muxo,
No,
I have stormtrooper armor in a closet right over there.
no.
What if we
Not-
say we found it undefended? Like, she captured the last Mandalorian and she got us to fly their ship to the Star Destroyer for processing.
Oh, I thought you were saying we were going to fly to the Star Destroyer. We're not doing that.
No, we're going to board the Star Destroyer and sabotage it and then pick y'all up off the surface.
One goal at a time.
But we can do 2 teams.
No, I'll lose you.
I don't intend to die today. Jai is unaware that the plan is not happening today.
It's also the Star
He has-
Destroyer plan is not happening.
He has very little concept of linear time. Don't worry about it. It's probably fine.
Time is a construct. It's fine,
It's all fake numbers.
Hey, look,
especially in space.
I think that Anaka and I have set us up really well for this infiltration. We need to
Mhm.
concentrate on the base. We need to concentrate on the base quietly so we don't get the Star Destroyer's attention. You know what? If everything goes really well, we can swing by on the way back up. How's that?
What if? Do you think we can go find another Lambda class shuttle somewhere and we can land behind y'all as stormtroopers? I'm caught up on the stormtrooper bit. I like the bit, but I don't think it's the right call for today. Don't worry about it.
I think we're going to have a lot more adventures.
Yeah. Okay, so Ilsa and I need to get into the base somehow. How are we going to do that?
Okay.
Anaka. If you wanted to keep us out of the base, how would you do it?
So also
Like-
Anaka.
Sorry. Question again. What was the question?
Like, if you were in charge of a whole base and you didn't want us to get in, how would you do it? Killing us in our sleep and locking the front door are not 2 options.
Anaka probably knows tactical stuff, but Vanessa does not.
But, Jai is aiming at this idea that, like, if we can get someone that already doesn't like us but knows our strengths to think like the enemy, then we can basically waltz in that way because no one would suspect it.
What we did see was room after room of these incredibly dangerous droids who were triggered on like the wind blowing the wrong way.
Don't like that.
No, it's scary, isn't it? So you need to get in somewhere that you can use our new friend, our new flying friend.
Okay.
So we went from above last time. You want to go from below? That's gross, but it's an option.
Oh. Sewer pipes. So there should be like some big ventilation sewer pipes somewhere, and we can blast in there and get up and use the droid and blow stuff up.
Mhm.
Yay!
Great. So where's the sewer vents on these maps?
There?
Yeah.
There.
So 2 of them have sewers laid out.
Oh, good.
One of them, it's more like a septic tank.
Well, let's hope that's not the one.
I
Real
mean,
big septic tank.
okay, so look, the second option,
Mhm.
the second option is I installed a cool little thing onto the ship when we did all those upgrades. Specifically, it's a grapple arm. We go grab an asteroid and we throw it at the base from above. Problem solved.
How about we put that as plan C for when we can't get me out of jail.
Oh, who would you like to swap?
I rolled a two, so I want to swap with Jai.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
So let me get. I think it's 5 minutes. Let me get that on the clock here.
Yeah, sorry, I was in the middle of planning. Just thought it was funny.
Boy,
Great.
no, this is great. It is all yours. Good luck.
All right. So, for anybody who's not seen this before, with guild coins, our channel points, you can redeem something called swap characters, where two of our players, which includes myself as options, swap places or swap characters. So for the next 5 minutes, Matt will be playing Ilsa, and Nikki will be playing Jai, starting now.
So plan C.
Mm-hmm.
That's plan C.
Plan C. Yeah, let's do
Can't
it.
get me out of jail. All right.
Okay.
So
We gotta jump from something.
what's plan A? Aside
Plan
from Anaka and I get in the front door.
Guns blazing. Guns and bombs.
So you're gonna come in the back, guns and bombs?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna have that Star Destroyer on us so fast. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
But let's find some stuff out first.
Okay, you do that. Just let me jump in. You got all that complex stuff? Go ahead.
So is Ilsa listening in on this conversation there, Matt? Do you think?
I don't know where Ilsa is right now.
She's sitting by one of her little tables drinking coffee.
Yeah, she's she's taking it in, having a real good training Duce, and working on the next part for the ship, painting it, getting it real nice. We're gonna flip this table. We found it in junk heap. We're gonna make it real good. We're gonna clean it up. We're gonna polish it up. Gonna sand off the insecurity. It's gonna be real nice. It's gonna go right here, and we're going to build a nest in the drawer so Duce can fly with us.
I love this.
So
Ilsa is now also considering the Star Wars equivalent of a YouTube channel to do all of her house flipping things.
That's great.
Okay, so Anaka, how many guns do you think you can fit under that robe?
At least two more than what she says.
That's true. That's true. So what number are you gonna give us, Anaka?
And some grenades.
Obviously, I can't wear them. Prisoner. So we'll actually try
Well, you
to
can
put my
hide
hand behind
one.
her back, but it's really awkward.
You could hide one. You'll have pockets.
True. So how many guns can you hide for me, Anaka?
Say
So
six.
what I'm hearing is you want me to fit the entire cavalry inside my robe.
Yes, exactly. Can we jetpack too?
Oh yeah, can you fit a jetpack? How big is
Put guns on the jetpack.
I don't want to get too personal with you, but how loose are those ropes?
Hey, can you fit a gun up your sleeve?
Anaka stands up from the table, scoots her chair back, and it makes a noise as it scrapes across the floor. And she stands up, and she's wearing I don't really think that she would wear her robe that often, but we'll say she still has it on. So what she does is undo the belt and hold the two sides of it open so that you guys can just take a look and
We put a
decide
grenade
for her.
there. Can we put a pin in the two sides of the belt and she takes it off and throws a grenade?
Anaka, I really appreciate your cooperation. This is very reassuring. Obviously I'm not super strong or great at hand-to-hand combat, so your ability to carry a gun in is pretty important to me.
2 grenades?
Being effective.
3?
Oh, grenades on the belt. We're good. We're good. This is very good.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, Anaka.
She rolls her eyes and then ties back up her robe and sits back down.
Let's go now. Let's get this done. I'm ready.
At that point, now that everyone's done eating, Muxo will bring out special cake that she got on Tatooine. Like, we went shopping. so
Cake!
cake. I know.
I'm just gonna die for it.
Jai, we cut it.
It's cake. Can we cut it with the space sword?
Jai just starts eating the cake with his hands.
Definitely feel like Jai would be like, can we cut it with the space sword?
That is a thing that's said. Muxo has not cut it with a knife yet because that question was asked.
And that
Anaka
is 5
responds.
minutes.
Okay.
Anaka responds by saying, I can absolutely use the space sword if you'd like the entire table to be cut in half.
Oh no.
You might lose your cake.
Ooh. That is a good point. And she just, cuts the cake.
Build one
Thank you,
out of
though.
Beskar. You can't cut the table.
No, we like this table. This is our plan table.
Jai, you want to build a table out of Beskar so that I can cut the cake with my lightsaber, and the table won't be cut when I cut the cake with my lightsaber. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
That is just about one of the stupidest things I've heard you say, and you've said some stupid things.
What if I use Shiny Boy's armor for it? Because that'll definitely be a better use of Beskar than on a stupid Saxon.
I feel like Jai with the word Saxon is the same as Bambi with the word vixen.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Every
Since you
time.
guys are having cake, Ilsa's going to wander in. Because I don't want her to miss the cake.
And Muxo, just somehow, knows you're there and just, hands you back a piece of cake that actually is, set correctly on the plate. And there's a fork. Yeah.
There's a what?
There's a fork.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
She uses a fork.
So question, is this sand cake by chance?
I don't know what that means.
So
I was
like
going
a
to
dirt
make the
cake?
sand cake joke earlier, and I was like, I can't do that. I can't bring out the sand jokes again. And you did it anyway.
It's like a dirt cake, but you use the vanilla Oreos instead of the chocolate ones.
Oh, sure, because that sounds fun, and we need some fun. I mean, not that we're not always fun, but that was a hard battle. People almost died, which is fine, but Okay, so
All
we
of
have a
sudden there was
plan.
cat face.
Yes.
It was cute.
He's just pacing back and forth, and he wants to rub on the microphone, and I don't know why. And I'm just like, it's gonna sound terrible. Okay, so I'm feeling pretty good about this. Let's we'll figure out where the alternative entrances are for each of these, and then just scout around when we get there and figure out which one it is based on what alternative entrances there are. How does that sound? Oh no, finger guns.
His
Great.
mouth is full of cake.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Unless there's anything else that you all want to discuss or do, we can fast forward to you getting to the planet or the moon, actually, as it were. If you
Ooh.
would like.
Okay.
Are you ready to leave this area? A little menu pops up.
How are you feeling, Elsa?
She just says, just tell me what to do.
Okay. We're gonna get there. Anaka and I are going to distract by making everything appear like hunky-dory with the Kipper and fly in. And you and Jai are going to scout around with our new flying friend, and find out which plan it is. Communicate that to Anaka. I'm assuming we numbered them or gave them cute names, like cute animal names, because that's how we do. And then you're gonna go in and try to break me out of jail. That's the plan. While the drone kind of flies around a little.
So presumably we're gonna spit y'all out in your TIE Defender in orbit somewhere.
Yes.
And we're gonna go land behind the base, near wherever the sewer outflows would be.
Yeah, we're gonna keep them busy and feeling like everything's normal.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So that is how we do. I hand over my I'm only bringing 2 grenades because I haven't used any of them yet. My blaster pistol and my rifle to Anaka. Actually, I'm gonna leave behind the rifle. I don't feel like that's that inconspicuous, so just the pistol and some grenades.
You can always grab a rifle off a dead stormtrooper later.
That's true. Yep. True. I just need some starter weapons for when we let up on the charade. Great. I get in the back of. Oh, this is an act of faith. The back of the Kipper with handcuffs. All right, Anaka. I believe in you.
Hey, out of character, when they went shopping, could they have picked up some grenades for Elsa?
Yeah.
Because she was like, used most of hers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was. I think we basically just got a bunch to get us used to using them.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Great. Okay. So, what did we name our drone?
We didn't. What did Muxo name our drone?
Oh no. Oh, that's a good question.
Because Jai didn't. Jai's just like, drone. It doesn't talk back. It doesn't get a name.
Let's let it prove itself to us first.
Okay.
I'm gonna sneak some AI in later. Okay, so the setup is happening. We have done this. We're in the Kipper. Anaka's about to take off. It's not terrifying at all. Actually, Muxo's not terrified. She's just sort of like, this is gonna work great. I'm a great teacher, obviously.
All right. We'll fast forward to you getting to the moon. Right before Muxo and Anaka take off in the TIE Defender. So I'm going to say you're in the system, not necessarily right there at that planet and moon. Mm-hmm. Anaka and Muxo, you're able to launch out of the main ship and start making your way over there. Jai and Ilsa, are you following immediately behind, or are you hanging back a little bit?
I don't know. What do you think, Ilsa?
Are you just taking another TIE Defender?
No.
If it's just the 2 of you?
Maybe.
We could take Ilsa's.
Yeah. That might actually be better. They do go faster.
Yeah. Okay, great. So we're going to leave our main ship out of sight or orbiting something else, I think, once we're in the system.
Okay.
Did the name get changed back to something other than Imperial Mode?
Yeah, we flipped the switch back to our ship. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they know the Imperial Mode now.
It's perfect.
Probably.
You're gonna need another fake name.
We'll come up with it. It's the Similon Sinar is what it's back to.
Oh, that is a good question, though. Are we at break time?
Just shy of it. If y'all want to take a break now, that's totally fine. We can do that, and then that'll actually give me a second to look something up that I was just trying to do, because I need to check on something before you get there.
We don't make plans that are easy for you, Raven.
This is why I don't make a lot of plans ahead of time. I just roll with it. Just have a billion tabs open with different stats for things that you might run into. But yeah, that break sounds good. So let's we'll go ahead and take a 15-minute break. So go hydrate, grab snacks, all that good stuff, and then be back here in 15 minutes, and we'll do this infiltration thing and see how that goes. We'll be right back. And we are back. So, during the break, I had to look a couple things up. Just for stuff that you might encounter or might not. And then I also rolled to see which of the 3 plans that the bunker is following. So I know which one it is now.
Uh-oh.
So, did you say Jai and Ilsa are hanging back a little bit in the main ship? Is that right?
Maybe just a little bit. Probably
just
not
a
too
little.
long. Yeah.
Not that we look like we're with them, but not too far.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's more of my question. Is like, are you trying to look like you're all together, or that Anaka is like doing her own thing, and you just happen to be in the same system?
That one.
Yeah, we're just passing by.
Okay, just flying casual. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. In that case, Anaka, you're flying the TIE Defender now, right?
I sure am.
Just for kicks and giggles, could I get a pilot check from you?
Just for kicks and giggles, of course. Pilot. Let's see.
I have no
I'm
doubt you'll
using-
be fine.
I'm using D20 or roll 20 to roll this instead of my mirror dice.
All right.
What is it? 1d20 plus my modifier. 16.
Okay, decent enough. It definitely feels really, really powerful as you start flying this thing. Like, it's like if you or I were to get behind the wheel of like a really fancy Ferrari or something, having never driven a car like that before.
Now you know
So
where
you
Musa
definitely-
gets all her energy from.
Yeah. So yeah, you can definitely feel like, you know, this is a ton of power behind this thing. But you're able to handle it and get over to the moon, where the bunker is. Star Destroyer is still in orbit over the moon. And then I need a use the force check from Anaka.
Alrighty. $32.
Nice. You feel 2 familiar presences. With a 32, yeah, you know one of them belongs to Lightsaber Friend, and one of them belongs to somebody that you're big mad at.
Yes, an old friend.
And they're both on that Star Destroyer.
Interesting.
We could have been blowing that up.
That is very true, but
I doesn't know that.
hold your horses. Yeah, hold your horses. We'll get there.
Would you like to conceal your presence after feeling that, so that they don't immediately know you're there, or are you?
Yeah,
fine with
I'll
them
try.
knowing that you're there.
I
Okay.
will try for the sake of the momentary mission that doesn't involve them.
Okay, then you succeed. The 32 is high enough. It's just a matter of if you wanted to or not. So
Oh, okay, perfect. Then yes.
yeah, they probably feel a slight disturbance in the force, but they don't know it's you or where you are.
Sweet.
All right. So as you approach the moon, of course you are hailed by the Star Destroyer, actually, and they want to know who you are and why you're approaching the base. You get a little alert on the TIE Defender screens that says there's a weapons lock on you.
Love that for me.
Yep. But you also know that that's kind of standard for high security
Mhm.
areas. So
Yeah.
it's not like super alarming. Just a
Right.
little alarming.
While Anaka is talking to them, if she does, Muso will definitely like just swear in Mando a bunch and like sound like she's kicking around in the back.
All right. What does Anaka say?
Anaka is probably so much better at wording than I am. Because, this is a game and I'm still like, oh God, what if I get caught?
That's totally fine. You can generalize. You don't have to put it in exactly Anaka's words.
Yeah. Big anxiety. It's fine. Anaka. So just out of character, the person that we know was here was Pell, right?
So Admiral Pell, or he's probably Grand Admiral Pell actually, is the one who like is in control of the bunker, the Star Destroyer, like this whole section of the Empire.
Right. Okay. Just wanted to make sure because names, brain don't function in tandem. So
totally understand.
Yeah. So Anaka just tells them like, I have a prisoner to drop off for you. Okay.
They ask you if you are a bounty hunter for your guild license, basically. If you are, or if you work for the Empire, like basically just asking you to identify yourself. Like what type of prisoner exchange is this? Are we paying you? Do you work for us? What's going on?
What is the path of least resistance here?
Well, to give you some ideas, and you can go from there. You could say you're a bounty hunter, but they did ask for a guild license,
yes.
Which you don't have.
Right.
So you could make up a story about why you don't have one if you wanted to, potentially, or something like that, if you go that route. You could say you're an Imperial. You just need to give them some sort of ID, which you also don't have, but maybe you could figure that out with something that you've picked up or something, or fake it. Or you can do something completely different and come up with a different story as to why you're here with a prisoner.
Okay.
You could also try to pull the Karen method. If you wanted to.
The Karen method. I want to speak to your superior.
Do you not have any idea who I am?
Yeah. No, okay.
Just ideas.
We will go this route then. So Anaka tells them that she is a bounty hunter. Okay. However, she does not have a guild license or anything like that, because this was a job that she acquired on the down low. And she heard that, the Empire might pay a little more heftily for some prisoner of this caliber. And so she thought that perhaps to be a little more quiet and tactful with this sort of exchange would probably be not only in her best interest, but the best interest of the Empire as well.
Okay. The voice on the other end starts sounding slightly more condescending than normal for an Imperial. Because they basically assume that you're a wannabe bounty hunter who got lucky.
That's fine.
I need a deception roll to see if that sticks throughout the entire explanation.
$28.
Hey, that's pretty good. Yeah, they buy it. They're like, they still think it's kind of weird that you have a TIE Defender, and that you don't have a guild license, but
I'm just exceptionally good at stealing things.
Maybe don't mention that you stole the TIE Defender.
Yeah, we won't say that, but
But so yeah, they're suspicious, but they buy the story enough to let you go on without alerting anybody else about anything or anything. So yeah, they clear you. The weapon lock goes away, and you're clear to go land on the moon.
Sweet.
As you get there, the bunker hails you, and basically just gives you instructions on how to dock. And they open the big doors into the hangar, and I presume you're wanting to fly inside.
Mm-hmm.
And you do so as soon as you are inside the hangar. Those doors shut right back behind you.
Well, they're not trying to heat the whole moon, Raven. Of course they're going to close.
Exactly. Yeah, and you're able to land, and a whole bunch of stormtroopers show up to help you with your prisoner and escort your prisoner to the detention level.
Right. What kind of, because Mugso said that she had the handcuffs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was that how we did it? What kind of handcuffs are they? Like, is there anything special to them, or are they just kind of run-of-the-mill?
I think they just took them off
the ones,
stormtroopers.
Yeah, the handcuffs are like in A New Hope, the ones that they put on Chewie. They're like that.
Ah, okay. Is there any way to kind of set them up so that it looks like they are done up, but not, in fact, restricting her from getting out of them?
Yeah. If you want, we can retcon that to have maybe Jai set up a
Quick release?
special release for it if you want to roll mechanics.
Sure.
Yeah. Let's do that, because...
I mean, Anaka, you can release them at any point with the Force if you want, but...
Well, that's true.
27.
Yeah, that's plenty.
It's
So,
always
yeah,
good to have a fail-safe, so we'll have that in there just in case. If anything happens, then we have the Force, but
Okay.
maybe let's just go with that anyway.
So yeah, Mukso, you've got these handcuffs on that look perfectly secure, but there's like a special like wrist motion. If you move your wrist a certain way, it'll release.
Muxo has 100% of the swagger that she has when she's not in handcuffs.
Okay.
I just want to make that clear. She is not the prisoner here. They are all unfortunate enough to be in the same room as her.
All
We
right.
love the confidence.
Okay. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of stormtroopers, and as soon as you get off the TIE fighter, they there's like two of them. They get on either side of Mukso, and they grab either arm, and they're not too gentle about it.
Fine.
And one of the stormtroopers looks at you, Anaka, and says, "If you'll come with me, we'll get you paid."
Anaka puts a smile on her face, gives the stormtrooper a wink, and follows through.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
As you're walking through the hallways, the stormtroopers start leading Mukso off in a different direction towards a lift, and the stormtrooper that's escorting you, Anaka, starts taking you the opposite direction towards the left, towards a different hallway. Do the two of you go along with that, or is there anything that you want to do before you're split up?
I'll kick their ass in the lift. It's fine. I don't know how, but
Anaka gives no sign that she has any care for what happens to this prisoner. It's not her responsibility anymore.
Okay. All right.
While we're walking, though, can I use the Force to try to sense to see how many people are in the immediate vicinity?
Sure.
Thank you.
All right, let's see.
thank you. Oh, damn.
25.
25. A lot. There's a lot of stormtroopers on this level. Yeah, there's a lot. You also feel a somewhat familiar presence on this level, not a force sensitive one necessarily. So it's not like the two people that you felt on the Star Destroyer. Couldn't say exactly who they are, but they feel familiar.
Anaka has so many acquaintances. This is lovely. We can all get together and have some tea and discuss
Also,
things like adults.
Yeah. Also, thank you, admin, for the tier 3 subscription and officially being subscribed for a year. That's awesome. And with that, admin has said to give an asset to Muxo. So yeah, with the asset specifically for Muxo, something that'll help you, but it can also just help the entire cast if you'd like. So it's either a single-use item that you have that significantly makes your life easier, or it can be a situational thing that happens or environmental factor that you put into play that makes your lives easier for this session. For example, could be a grenade or a thermal detonator that you just happened to
For
palm.
rule of cool, I would really like to survive a fight in the lift.
Okay.
So it's selfish of me, but I would like something that would help me kick their ass.
You're gonna have 4 stormtroopers in there with you in a small enclosed area. So.
And I'm in my
what type
armor.
Yes, and you're in your armor. What type of weapon would you like to have? Just whatever it is, it'll stop functioning after the lift, essentially.
Is there some kind of explosive that I am better equipped to handle?
Virtually any type of explosive you're better equipped to withstand.
Okay, great. Let's say that I brought one with me because I didn't plan that. Oh, I see stun baton.
Yeah, stun batons are a thing that you could do.
So could I potentially just temporarily be better than I am at grabbing somebody's weapon from them?
Yeah. Or here's an idea, kind of combining some ideas there. You could have, say, like a stun grenade that's been modified to go out in a disc shape instead of a sphere shape. So you could just sort of, like drop down to the ground and toss it up.
Yes. I want that.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll go with that.
I'll put it under my gauntlet.
All right, awesome. So yeah, thanks to that asset, you happened to get one of those from somewhere and had the foresight to shove it under your gauntlet. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm kind of imagining like that scene from Serenity where Simon like slams the walking stick or whatever it is, the cane, slams that down and it knocks everybody out, something like that.
Yes. Awesome.
So you've got something that can do that.
Great.
All right, so you head towards the lift with the stormtroopers, and then Anaka, you're being led off to the left towards someone that feels familiar, and makes you feel a little bit angry. Like it's familiar in a way of like, oh yeah, I'm pissed at something. Not quite sure what it was that I was angry at, but something's making me angry.
Okay.
It's the resentment. You just have to let it go.
Is it residual anger from someone else in the party?
No. It's just anger is the emotion you associate with this person that you're sensing.
Okay, so is this presence in the direction that we are now currently heading? Like, are we going for this presence?
You are getting very closer and closer to this presence.
Okay. Oh, fuck. Okay. I had an idea, and now that won't work because we're going to run into somebody else. Fuck. Can you hear the panic in my voice?
Just a little bit.
Okay, so my intention was to get the money first, but we're not going to do that now. That would have been really fun. But
we didn't even think about money. Good for you.
Well, I suppose if we're going to walk into danger, we might as well get paid for it.
Might as well.
I
But
do the
seeing as
job.
that is-
I get paid.
Yeah, seeing as that's not the case now, and the presence feels familiar, then I am under risk of being recognized, I assume.
Potentially.
Potentially. All right, is
You
there
do
anybody...
have a whole
Go ahead.
bag full of force tricks that you can,
Yes.
you can use.
Yeah, that was my intention. So is there anybody in the immediate vicinity? So, like, can anybody see us currently?
There's a couple of Imperial officers kind of going back and forth, but nobody's paying particular attention to you, aside from your escort, which is a stormtrooper.
God damn it, if this doesn't work, I'm gonna have to use another destiny point. Okay, Anaka calls out to the stormtrooper very quietly to stop.
Okay. So he stops and looks at you and is like, is everything okay?
Anaka moves closer without saying anything, and is going to use a force trick that she knows called Dampen Presence.
Okay.
So when I
Stormtrooper
interact...
is uncomfortable.
Yeah. When I interact with another sentient creature, I can reduce the impression that I leave on it. And when I finish interacting with that creature, if I make a use of force check that exceeds their will defense, it doesn't remember interacting with me once we're gone.
Okay.
Yeah. So my intention is to stop here where there is very few eyes, make this guy forget that I was ever here, and stealth my way back to where Muxo was taken.
Okay. You can certainly try to do that. So you need to use the force check to. Make
I
them
need to
forget,
exceed. Yeah, so I use the force check against their will defense, and if it exceeds it, then it's successful. If the
don't-
target is a higher level, then they
are
gain
not.
a +5. Okay, then in that case, it's
This
just
is
to use the force.
Basic stormtrooper. Just don't roll a one. Basically, is what
Okay.
it boils down to.
Right. And then there's always destiny points if I do. Knock
That's
on
true.
wood.
I love how we've been using those like candy.
33.
Hello.
33. Yeah. He's like, was there somebody here? What?
Yeah, so that's the intention. She's just gonna like give him a quick wink and make it look like they're having a discussion in case anybody is looking their way. Put a smile on her face, give one small nod, turn around, and go back the way she came.
Okay. Yep, that works.
God. For once, I didn't fuck it up.
Nope, you did good. I did have to roll for something, and that roll was bad. So you are totally fine. No one has noticed you are here. I mean, they know that you're there, but to them, you're like random personnel that they're not paying any mind to.
Mm-hmm. Great. So she is going to go back towards the direction that they split off with Muxo.
Okay.
I guess that space magic is good for something.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, you know? Just every now and then.
I'm going to pause there and head back over to Jai and Ilsa. And Zadu and Locke, incidentally, who are also on the ship. So you're approaching the moon as well, right?
Yeah, I think we were taking Ilsa's TIE Defender down.
Oh, okay. Then Zadu and Locke will stay on the freighter and just sort of chill in the system.
They're the oh no contingency.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Then yeah, same sort of situation. Ilsa, I do need that particular roll from you for use the force. you get a vague sense of feeling suddenly very cold. And sort of an uncomfortable sensation of somebody watching you. Even though there's only two of you and the TIE Defender, and obviously there's nowhere for someone to hide in there. But yeah, you just feel cold suddenly and feel like somebody's watching you.
And Jai is like up, like hand on the top of your like pilot chair, just like staring out at space. So definitely it's not him.
Yeah. It's not a fun sensation for sure. But aside from that, nothing happens. And once you do approach the moon, the same thing happens. There's a weapons lock from the Star Destroyer, and somebody's hailing, asking you, what are you doing here?
Do you want to answer, or do you want Jai to answer?
Normally she could answer, but she wants Jai to answer this time.
Okay. So Jai like gets on the right comm channel and just goes, we're just doing a routine check for Admiral Pell, surprise inspection of the facility. We'd appreciate if you didn't let anyone down there know. This is, Pell wants us to test some of the external weaknesses after that last incursion.
The voice on the other end is like, I don't see anything.
It's a surprise, Lieutenant.
Nice, I love that. Let's do a deception roll.
Oh no. Could I know some of Admiral Pell's methodology from having looked at several code cylinders?
Mm-hmm.
Could I just hack in and just be like, see, clearance? Or is that too much for this distance?
You could do it, but I'd say probably with disadvantage because of like on the spot having to do that while you're talking, distracted kind of a thing.
Okay, then I'll just roll deception.
Okay.
That's a 12. I could add some points to it maybe, but that's 12.
Yeah, there are force points. Those did reset since you all leveled up after last session.
Yeah,
and
you know
we've got
what?
5d6 available as well.
Okay, I'm going to use 1d6 from our pool, which we got it to a 15. That was that first force point that just showed up, is the d6 from our collective pool. And
Okay.
now I'll use one of mine. Okay, well, that's only a 16. Do I need to keep spending?
I will say this: it's not a like critical failure. So
As long as it gets us to the planet, I'm probably fine with it.
with that score, what happens is basically you're going to get a chance to re-roll.
Okay.
The voice on the other end goes, yeah, I know that's a surprise inspection for them, but everything has to be cleared through traffic control here on the Star Destroyer.
Oh, I'm
Let
sorry.
me
Are
get,
you Admiral Pell?
No,
You know,
but
the
I do
last
work-
time one of you chuckleheads got in the way of a surprise inspection, a whole docking bay blew up. Your boss got a blaster bolt in the eye. Was that your fault, Lieutenant? Did you let that freighter in?
I just got transferred here a few days ago.
You want to get transferred back out? I hear Dantooine's awful this time of year.
Yeah, I'm just gonna grab Vice Admiral Char.
Sure.
He's in charge of scheduling.
Now I'm going to take a minute in the dead space to try to hack in.
Okay. There's you know what? Because this is my version of the Star Wars galaxy, and why not? There is the Imperial March elevator music version playing while you're on hold.
Bum, bum,
Yeah.
bum, bum.
Just smooth jazz version. It's very
Oh.
very nice.
God, I hate this song.
Yeah, go ahead and try to hack while you're on hold.
All right, still with disadvantage?
Mm-mm.
Okay, cool.
No,
cool,
you're
cool, cool,
you're
cool.
fine now. You're not on the spot. Nice.
31.
Yeah, you are able to hack in. Basically, you're in an Imperial vehicle, so your access to the system is easy enough to do. And yeah, you get in there and you hack it in, and you put in the appointment for the surprise inspection. Basically, a note for traffic control to know that that's going to happen, and not to let anybody on the base know. And you're even able to make it look like it was like improperly categorized as a note, so that's why he didn't see it right away. Like somebody just put it in wrong, used the wrong code for it or something like that.
I feel really bad about what I'm about to do to this kid's career when I talk to Char.
Yeah.
Well, it's his own fault for taking that career.
Right?
It's not
He didn't have to
Steve,
be
is
an
it?
Imperial.
Does Steve get sent here for recovery?
No, Steve's off being an amazing pilot somewhere, I hope.
It's not Steve.
Oh, good. I would feel really genuinely bad about doing that to our precious Steve.
I love that we've just all adopted this TIE pilot that we know nothing about other than he's named Steve.
And Anat
next
has
time
told
we
us
see
nothing
him-
about him.
The next time we see him, he better be on the Republic side, like leading a squadron to our defense.
But yeah, a few minutes later, there's a voice on the other end that is just dripping with imperial arrogance and pomp and condescension, and it's just like, yes, this is Vice Admiral Char. Who is this?
This is the guy who wants that lieutenant sent to Hoth!
Yes, while I can appreciate your enthusiastic anger, just explain the situation to me.
Check your notes, Vice Admiral. The Grand Admiral sent us to do a test on your base's defense after you let that rebel scum in.
Elsa's going to basically repeat what Jai is saying, but she is going to use a voice that is very imperial sounding too.
Love that.
Very, very, like she's, like she's one of them.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not even gonna make y'all roll for that. It's very convincing because of what Ilsa does.
Perfect.
And also, I need a use the force check again from Ilsa.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, she's been holding that imperial voice secretly.
Love that.
It's
Okay.
it's
24.
powerful.
Jai will remember this.
That same you get that same
Backstory.
cold feeling from the person you're talking to. This Vice Admiral just feels very cold and off. And even though you're talking over comms, it feels like you're sitting right next to this person talking to them, and they just ooze gross, like cold darkness. But they don't seem to, notice this feeling on their end, at least, as far as you can tell.
Okay. Ilsa is actually not going to visibly react.
Okay.
Since it seems like the person is there.
Okay. Yeah, but they wave you off. So Vice Admiral Char says, "All right, very well. Might go a long way towards improving your career opportunities. To speak a little more calmly to those above you, even if you are ordered by someone higher than me."
Oh, 1 second. Hold on. You said your name was Vice Admiral Char? Okay.
Please,
so
we will keep that in mind. We will
Listen
keep
to
that in
your
mind.
friend here. And they just cut the line off on their end.
Jai. Hey, I would like to use computers one more time before we get
Oh,
out of
no.
range of the ship.
Okay. What are you
I
doing?
want to take that note that was misfiled, and I want to have it bounced back to Vice Admiral Pell's chief of staff, with a note that said, Vice Admiral Char and his staff were incredibly unprofessional. to the inspection team that you sent after this horrible breach of security.
Okay.
And I want to have that bounced back through the channels. And I'm going to just spend a destiny point to make sure it works.
Before you spend a destiny point, before you do that,
Okay.
do a use computer check first, just because there may be some information that you find while you're doing this that might change your plan of action.
20. Not natural.
Yeah, that's enough to find this information, not to accomplish what you're trying.
Okay.
But this may change your mind. So with the 20, the chief of staff for Admiral Pell is Vice Admiral Char. He's like second in command. So that might alter your plan a little bit, maybe.
Okay. Jai is not wise. Jai is very intelligent. So Jai is going to corroborate a couple of facts in his head, and is instead then going to have a message delivered to Pell through this system. It doesn't even have to be clever. Like, not super hiding the tracks, but basically just like, I want this to basically, like, it needs to be delayed long enough that no one on the Star Destroyer will see it. Like, and after that, I don't care. As long as we're like out of the system before someone on the Star Destroyer will notice it, the content of this message, because I basically want it to be a taunting note from Dala to Pell. Hey, 2 of my TIE defenders managed to get into your base. Char's doing a great job for me.
Okay. That's pretty great. You still wanting to use a destiny point for this?
Yes, because
Okay.
I want to sow dissension in the ranks here, because now
In
I'm
that
just hate
case-
Char.
He's a good character to hate. And that's I'm just gonna leave it at that. You are absolutely able to do that, and basically put it on like scheduled post for like
Tomorrow.
24 48 hours from now. And you're able to encrypt it in such a way that it looks like it comes from Admiral Dala's like personal. I think there's a word for email in Star Wars, but I can't remember what it is. But yeah, basically email.
Oh, perfect.
Her personal HoloNet ID or whatever. So yeah, that's all set up.
Okay. Do Muxo is still in her armor, right?
Yes.
And Anaka still has like a comm link so she can hear us if we talk?
Anaka is waiting for your message to tell her what animal.
Right, yeah. So
Methods.
we did get her. So
Yeah, we got our communicator.
as Ilsa starts to like take us down to where we're going on the base, Jai's gonna just fire off a quick message to Muxo and Anaka. It's just like, hey, we got through. Boy, Char sucks. But I may have had a little bit of fun. So tell you about it when we get done with all this.
Does this change the plan, Jai?
No, I just really hate him.
Okay. Muxo doesn't want to be overheard, so she's keeping it short.
Okay. Let's just. I need to run again for just a moment. So let me get a perception roll from Jai and Ilsa, and then Muxo, if you want to go ahead and start describing how you take out all these stormtroopers in the lift, and I will be right back. I still have my ears on though, so I'll still hear it.
Okay, I got an
okay.
18.
So yeah, okay. Oh, you got a 24?
Ilsa's gonna like say like basically telling Jai that the worse a person's accent is, the more evil they are.
The more British it is, the worse they are.
Yep. Okay, so
Even though she just, pull that accent off.
Yeah. Jai will remember that. We'll bring it up later, not while we're trying to infiltrate a base, but Jai's gonna be like, oh, teach me. Teach me your voice ways.
Would she take improv?
Yes,
19.
and
All right. So, the elevator doors close. This is very dramatic. A stormtrooper is in each corner, with Muxo standing in the middle, obviously, because she's very dangerous. This is a valuable prisoner right here, says Anaka. And she's to be believed because she sounds very convincing as well. Um, hmm. So I guess she has to somehow like get her cuffs off and then like slip that out. And, yes, and exactly, yeah, just really fast, just sort of like get her hands up in front, throw up the stun grenade, and duck down.
Awesome. Sorry
Yeah.
about that.
That's all right. She'll like yell something appropriate. I can't think of it right now though because it's trying to something along the lines of like sucks to be you.
Love that. The timing on the music was great too. Love it when things line up like that. So yeah, it goes off and all four of them, start convulsing with this stun charge and then just collapse down to the ground, and you are left in this lift with four very unconscious stormtroopers.
Great, I'm gonna take some weapons.
Okay.
And not only will I do that, I'll take all their weapons. I'll attach like one to me where it goes, and then I'll find somewhere inconvenient to put the other ones. Because I'm assuming the lift is still going wherever the hell it was going.
Yeah, it was going down into sort of like the basement levels. You can stop the lift at any point and redirect it now that no one's there to stop you, but
Great.
Currently going down.
I'll stop it because I'm not actually interested in visiting the jail where there are more guards. I will message Anaka, and I will say, we went down, I'm coming back up. They're unconscious. I didn't tell Anaka about the stun grenade.
Okay.
So, when I get back up and the lift doors open, I just hand her the other blasters. I'm like, can you fit these in there? And then,
So what have you guys already given her to shove up under her robe?
just one blaster and 2 grenades.
Oh, then yes, I'm sure she has room.
Okay, we left the rifle behind.
Right.
I'm assuming that's all they had for, like, they're inside. That's what they had for weapons, right?
Yeah, they've got each stormtrooper had I think it's the E11 blaster rifle and a grenade.
Okay. Oh, great. So that is currently what I have on me, and a grenade, and 4 grenades. Ooh, we are set to explode things, and then,
Yes.
Muxo will close the elevator doors and then blast them along the side so the mechanism doesn't work anymore.
Okay.
She can't make it. She'll try to make it inconspicuous, but fuck it if it doesn't happen. She just wants the doors to stay closed.
Okay. So you are firing off a blaster at the doors on the main level?
Oh.
So Anaka stops you as she sees you go to do this, and puts a hand up and doesn't say anything, but clearly she's saying stop. I would like to use Ionize to bust up the mechanism.
There you go.
You start giving like the weird look at the doors, and Muxo is gonna finger guns and be like, "Yeah, space magic."
Space magic.
Much quieter.
Let me just see what the damage is on that.
You don't have to if you don't want to. Like it just makes them stop working.
Okay, cool. I'm good
Don't
with
have
that.
to roll for it.
Sweet.
Yeah. So that lift doesn't work anymore. Now what?
4 bros chilling in an elevator.
I thought they
Because
were
this
gonna
is still an
land it.
active hallway.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna land it by now. Do you want to take another elevator down? Anaka?
Has Anaka seen another elevator system on the way back?
No, you didn't get too far before
Okay.
turning around.
Okay. Let's find some stairs then. I think we should go up.
And also the perception check for Jai and Ilsa. With a 29, you are not finding a sewer system or grate on the outside, unfortunately.
Oh, of course.
Okay. We did not discuss what Plan B was. So Jai will oh no, hold on. Jai's gonna look at Ilsa. Just go like, okay, I got a choice for you.
What is it?
Option 1, we land and we sneak in, probably using that vent on the roof that you know so well. Option 2, you fly around to the docking bay door.
Get a tour.
You shoot the door, and then we just blow this whole base up.
Wouldn't
I'll
they just
jump
let
off.
us in?
What's up?
Wouldn't they let us in? They're expecting us.
Oh, surprise inspection though.
Correct.
It is in the system. We could just land and walk in the front
Let's just
door.
walk in. Sorry. Let's just walk in.
Yeah, okay. He gets on the comm then and just goes, okay. Infiltration Team Alpha. We lied to the Imperials and they think that we're an inspection team now, the two of us. So we're going to land up front and walk in the front door. Oh, by the way, this is base layout Porg.
Thank you. You go up, we'll go down.
I have a lot of explosives.
You go down, we'll go up.
Yes.
Excellent.
All right.
See you on the outside.
Yup. Then he gets off the comm, looks at Ilsa and just goes, today is going to be a real fun day. And holds up a detonator.
This is just going to look unimpressed.
Oh, she got all she conned a vice admiral and got all serious on me.
Oh, I remember something I was going to say earlier. Yeah, Vice Admiral Char sounds like an even more condescending Moff Tarkin. I am drawing a blank on the actor's name. Brilliant actor. But yeah, the guy that played Moff Tarkin, like picture that, but somehow more condescending. That
Me
voice.
just
Yeah.
shaking my fist at the sky, going, Char!
I also just want to
okay.
say, if they ask who she is, she's Elsa Barge from the Stormtrooper Academy.
Thank you, Peter Cushing. Yeah, that's the name. Yeah.
Jai just looks at you and just
He's an
goes,
amazing actor.
okay.
Um,
All right. You got a backstory? You got a fake name? I love it. I need to come
Yes,
to one of those.
I have the entire backstory.
I am Imperial Troupe.
No,
oh God.
you are
Go up.
George Calita. You are also in my class. 14 spaces up. You graduated 14 spaces beneath my spot
Oh,
because I was the top of my class.
okay. Do I still get to blow things? Does George still like to blow things up?
You're only pretending your name is George. You can blow
thank
things up.
God. he sounds
Oh
awful.
my god.
Oh, he was awful.
All right, good. All right, let's land. Let's do this. I really want to blow this thing up.
You land your TIE Defender in this hangar. They close the doors again. Same thing as before. A bunch of stormtroopers come filing in.
Oh, not this
and
time.
Actually, I'm gonna throw a fun little thing in here. Whoever answers first, evens or odds?
Odds.
Okay.
You
It's
say fun, but
odds.
is it fun for you or fun for
Your
us?
fun or our fun?
Potentially both.
Oh,
All
I
right,
mean,
so
we're
if it's
having fun no
odds-
matter what.
If it's odds, the thing doesn't happen.
Oh, then I want evens. I want the thing to happen.
Okay. All right.
If a thing
Okay.
can happen, I want the thing to happen.
All right, then the thing happens because I rolled a 19, so that's odds.
Awesome.
So yeah, I think you'll quite enjoy this, Matt. So in file, like, I don't know, a dozen stormtroopers. And in the middle of them, at the head of the column of stormtroopers here, is a very shiny stormtrooper
Oh my
with a
god.
red Imperial Royal Guard helmet on instead of a shiny helmet.
Oh boy. Jai just looks and sees this and just goes, Ilsa. Plan C. And he's gonna pull the trigger on the TIE Defender.
Oh god. By the way,
I don't know what weapon it is. He's just pulling the trigger.
Oh god. By the way, V, that's who you were sensing earlier. That's who you were going to see.
God damn it.
So
Jai!
that was an angry feeling and something else.
Who knows?
If here in a minute, if our force sensitive friends decide that they feel something when an explosion rocks the base, Jai is just real focused now.
Okay. Yeah, just go ahead and roll damage.
I have stats for this. Hold on. I want to push the proper button. Okay, actually, you're gonna have to tell me then what's about to which one I'm gonna use. Because I don't know which weapon it is. Your choices are laser cannon, medium ion cannon, or proton torpedoes.
You know what? Let's let the dice decide. That sounds like fun.
Don't hit the kipper.
If it rolls a 3, this whole base is on fire, and we're probably dead.
Yep. Oh no!
Well, this is gonna be fun. That's 78 damage in a 4 splash starship scale, 4 splash zone.
Yeah. Well, Mr.
Destiny point.
Oh, destiny points aplenty are being spent right now.
I hate it here.
We're on like a different floor. We're fine.
I would like to
No,
go
you-
home, please.
You're on the same floor. You're just in a different part of the same floor. Oh god.
If you hurt the
Alright.
kipper, I swear to fucking God.
It might.
That might be the least of our concerns right now.
So Jaws
You don't know Mook, though.
Saxon is using another one of his very limited destiny points
Yay!
to not die.
Oh, I'm gonna take another piece of armor off of him if I can, like a boot.
Yeah, he like just manages to at the last second to like dive down into like you know how mechanics have those like little trenches where they can get underneath vehicles and things. Like dives down into one of those at the last second. And 78 damage. God damn it. 1 second. I gotta figure out what secondary explosions are happening.
Hooray!
While you do your math, I would just like to let you know that I've officially hit 100k guild points. Guild coins.
Nice.
What does
Wow.
that do?
I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what cool reward to do for 100,000. I've been racking my brain. I haven't come up with anything cool yet.
Wait, was that more of a threat that you were going to switch? That you were going to do a character swap?
You could do 5.
No.
You could,
No, I
swap
very
the
much
lot.
hoard my guild coins just in case.
That's fair.
Okay, that's with the times 2, right?
Oh yeah, that was
70.
all the math done.
Okay.
We actually rolled really low, thankfully.
Yeah, I was gonna say that seems low, but that is enough to blow up TIE fighters, which are in here. So yep, there's some secondary explosions that are gonna happen. The shields on the Kipper are not on because it's parked and turned off.
But the Kipper has
I am
100
gonna
hit points.
fucking kill you.
The Kipper has 100 hit points.
It's probably not gonna blow up, but it's not gonna. It's gonna be very scratched. All right,
What about
so
I
it's
can
70
fix that.
Ilsa's is the cottage, so what about the cottage?
The Kipper in the cottage.
Okay, so that's 78 plus.
It was about time we had some inter-team drama. This is gonna do nicely.
We're just gonna call this a second proton torpedo.
Oh,
Because there's like 4 TIE fighters that are exploding all around you. I just won't have it be the times 2.
just
So-
90-10.
So another 51 damage on top of that. Okay, so we're going to treat this as 2 separate attacks. So the Kipper takes... so it's 68 plus 41. And we're gonna... We're gonna throw some
Does the
forced
Kipper
stuff
have a
in there.
destiny point?
It does not, but I'm gonna say it's still got 10 hit points. We're just gonna round down. So
You're not
going
gonna be punished for my bad decisions.
It basically is what
So-
this boils down to.
I will spend my own destiny point on this ship.
Completely off topic, but have you guys ever played in a game where you've wanted to throttle a party member?
Hi. Jai's precious.
If Jai had blown up the Kipper, Muxa would kill Jaz in front of him and not let him participate.
Listen.
I thought you were gonna
Um,
say you were gonna kill Jai.
No, she picked something worse, I think.
Yeah.
I just gave Anaka this whole lecture on that. No.
All right.
We
So
have
I'm-
to save Jai.
I'm basically breaking this down into steps in my head so we can cover what just happened. So yeah, basically the I'm not going to punish you for Jai's mistakes. It's in very, very poor shape, but it can still fly.
Okay.
And I can
Um,
fix it. I promise.
Yes, and I imagine I will be spending lots of time and credits fixing it.
His credits.
Yes. Other
I'll
stuff
need to
blows
steal your
up.
credits.
There's Wilhelm screams everywhere, as basically everything in the hangar just chain reaction blows up. Jaws ducks out of the way and doesn't get hit. That's a lot of explosions coming towards your TIE Defender that you two are in, Jai and Ilsa. Do
We
you?
haven't-
I know the answer to this, but I have to ask. Do you want to do something to not die?
Shields up.
Yes, Ilsa does not wish to die right now.
Let me put it this way: which one of you wants to spend a destiny point to not blow up?
Ilsa will, because I haven't used very many.
Oh,
So.
okay.
Okay, then.
Jai,
yeah.
you're lucky that Ilsa is a nice
Hear
person,
that?
even if she's in a mood lately.
Hear that, Jai? People are being nice to you, even though you don't deserve it, because this is your fault.
Jai is okay. Look, Matt would have felt really bad if this had gone poorly for us. Jai really is just like, no, fuck a Saxon. I will burn this planet to the ground if it means I kill him.
Holy
This is
crap.
the one thing that will make Jai angry. Hello, welcome to character development.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say this. Both of you know that you should be dead. Like, completely dead to rights. But the Force intervenes, and the shields seem to, like, overcharge and absorb all of this damage. Your shields are gone. You're gonna need a new shield generator. Like, it completely fries the shield out on this defender. But your ship's okay. It's just really warm in the hangar now because everything is on fire.
What was that?
Saxon! And
Get
Jai's
out.
gonna punch the canopy up and jetpack out.
Okay. Which brings me to my next point. Muxo and Anaka, the ground shakes. Fire comes pouring down the hallway, but it stops right before it gets to you. And there's alarm klaxons going off and people running around like angry ants.
Naka says something very
Let's take advantage of the chaos
sounding.
and get further in. I'm not wasting this trip because Jai, I'm assuming it's Jai, did something he shouldn't have.
Yeah, Anaka says something that sounds very colorful in Togruti under her breath.
So we'll
and
run
then
off down the hall.
just nods. Yeah, and follows you.
Yeah, we're
Ilsa's
running
just
further in.
gonna calmly jetpack out and like walk through the fire like dramatically to catch
Love
up to
that.
everybody.
Jai will come in over the comm, mostly to Ilsa, and we'll just go like, go grab them. I'm gonna deal with him, and then I'm gonna make sure both of our ships can get out of here.
Oh, goodness. All right, I need to...
This is our second time in here. We're getting some intel.
Thankfully,
Can Ilsa pick up a weapon from the flames?
Sure, there are plenty of
Okay, I just wanted to look
blast
really
rifles everywhere.
dramatic. I think you
Hooray
guys
for
get
the
the picture I'm
Force
going for.
intervening.
yeah,
This seems like a group that
Like I want her
could
to
use another
see the
asset.
other two, just like have this big old gun that she stole, and like the flames behind her.
Okay. Thank you so much, Admin, for the 2,500 bits for another asset for the cast. Since it literally says, "Hooray for the Force intervening." This seems like a group that could use another asset.
you're
Yes.
not wrong.
Thank you so much. So,
Admin single-handedly saving our asses.
So
was a
everyone
good
but
plan.
Matt, what do you want this asset to be? No, I'm kidding. You
Yep.
can all
No.
collectively decide.
This is on them. I did my bullshit.
This was a good plan. Devin was going to be
It was
really
a great
impressed.
plan.
I feel like Jai's gonna have a stern talking to later from Bevan.
Oh no, we're not telling Devin.
Jai will tell Bevan.
Never.
I don't know what you're talking about. Jai will absolutely tell. When he drops another piece of Beskar in his lap, Jai will tell Bevan.
Oh my god.
Hi, I'm getting a boot.
What would you like to have happen or have at your disposal to help you in this situation? Because the base is on full alert.
Can Ilsa have a
Because their
fake
hangar
ID?
just exploded.
Can Ilsa have an ID that makes it so that, or a pass, or something that will make them less suspicious, even though they're really suspicious? So it might not work.
2 Mandalorians came in, blew the fucking place up.
Courtesy, Admiral Dala.
Yep.
Or can she like steal an armor or something so they look less suspicious?
Yeah,
Grab some code
some
cylinders.
some options you could have. You could all have fake IDs saying that you're supposed to be here.
Okay, yeah, that.
I mean, if we want like just a convenient story reason, Jai could have just like copied the permissions when he hacked in and just handed them to Ilsa.
Yeah, do some sort of jump cut to the preparation phase where they planned for this in particular. Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's what really happened. Yeah, you could all have IDs that that basically say that you're attached to this base and you're supposed to be here. Now that doesn't mean that you're above question because you are all a bunch of Mandos, and a bunch of Mandos were the ones who just caused the trouble last time. But unless
Very
some people like,
distinctly-
unless people like really start digging into why you're here, you'll be fine.
We were doing a surprise inspection, so of course we look like Mandos.
Yeah. It's clearly what this base is weak against, so
And then when they look at like the tapes, whenever it's going to be like, oh, Mandos invaded again.
it's just gonna make Char look worse.
Yeah, this is all a test.
Yeah, what the hell? They're doing terribly.
So you can all have
You
documentation
didn't even
that says
search us.
that this is a test, and that's why you're here. And so you can flash that ID, and it will help you. It isn't a surefire way to get out of all of the trouble that you're in, but it will help significantly.
Okay.
It obviously won't work on Jaws because he knows all of you, but
Oh,
for everybody
don't
else,
worry.
it'll help a lot.
I've got him.
All right. So that's where we're at. Who's doing what?
We're running down the hall, taking advantage of the chaos to try to get
Okay.
deeper. Recording all the way because we're here for data to give to Bevan.
Okay.
Well, that's what Luso's here for.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I
and-
think based on that, that's what Muxo's here for. Ilsa and Jai were along for the ride, and Anaka really just wanted to see this go to hell, if I remember right.
Accurate?
Yay, nay.
That's you, Anaka.
Sorry, I was away from my setup. What was the
No
question?
worries.
Sorry about that.
No worries. We were just saying Anaka was just here because she wanted to see it. Everything
The
go to hell.
plan, Go to hell, yeah. For
I mean,
motivations
maybe
for
a
over here.
little bit.
All right. So, Muxo, Anaka, you're able to run through this level and get to another lift because you know it's the one plan that didn't have sewers. You've got a pretty good idea of what this layout's going to be.
Yeah.
So, where in particular would you like to go in a secret research facility that makes droid, very scary droid soldiers?
Data center.
Yeah, there's got to be a hub where all of the data would be, right?
Okay. So like the computer core room,
Yes.
the server room.
And we'll definitely make like an electronic note as we've hauled up the thing in the lift to look at it that this is the one. They
Okay.
use this plan. They can't use this one again. Next one, we'll have sewers.
All right. Yeah, you're able to take the lift. There are some people that stop you along the way, and you're able to use your credentials, and they let you keep going. You're able to make it to a room. It's a little bit different than what's on the map that you have, but it's like on the opposite side of the hallway, kind of different.
Sure.
Not super different. So it takes you a few seconds to figure out, where it is exactly, but you find it. And the door does have a pretty special kind of lock on it, with a keypad next to it.
Is this something you can do?
I don't know the keypad number if that's what you're asking.
Oh, okay. You can't just like guess with space magic.
Who do you think I am?
I don't know how it works. You've done amazing things.
You put the numbers in the keypad, Muxo, and it opens the door. That's how it works.
Getting the number. Okay, so I'm guessing this is use computer or
Yeah, you could try to use computer to sort of hack into this if you want.
all of my knowledges at this point are about the same other than bureaucracy and galactic lore. And I feel like neither one of those is going to help.
Okay.
If this doesn't work, we'll find somebody who knows. Okay, not a great roll. I'm gonna.
We have some D6s.
We have some D6s, and I have some force points. So I'm gonna add a couple force points
Okay.
because it's only 16. So that's
So
a
it's,
23.
23.
Probably need more than that, don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes total sense. I'll add one more from there.
23, so it's a 28.
Yeah.
Anako, would you like to assist?
Sorry, Zoom froze up. What did you say?
Would you like to assist? Basically,
Yes,
just means you have to get
certainly.
a 10 and use computer to help.
All right, let's see.
Yeah, Moose already knows a bunch of stuff that doesn't work from the last time they were here.
Yeah.
Use computer. A 12.
That's
Excellent.
enough. So that'll bump you up to a 30, and yeah, it takes a few attempts and some time. There are some occasions where people run past where you are, and you kind of have to act like you're not up to something. So it sort of interrupts your thought process a little bit, but eventually you're able to get around that lock and get that door open.
We're going to,
Yeah.
when we're acting like we're not up to something, actually look like we're kind of up to something, which is to say that Muso will be leaning against the wall with her arms crossed and kind of just like gossiping at Anaka about goings on in this place. While Anaka looks vaguely annoyed. Why is this person being overly familiar with me is basically
Perfect.
what Muxo's going for.
Oh, I love that. Let's see here.
See, I told you could help me.
All right, so yeah, you're able to get inside, and inside, it's just banks and banks of computers, and technological stuff, with like a big control console in the middle of the room, and it's like a really big room, like a basketball court size, roughly.
Mm-hmm.
And milling about are 6 of those droids, the ones that you saw that that almost blew up that room the last time. They're those, but they don't look like they have rocket launchers.
Okay. Okay, and we belong here, so there's no problem.
Okay.
Muso will walk right up to the center console.
Okay.
As soon as you started describing all of the computers, I got so excited, but then I realized that I don't have any stats.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh no.
All right.
That's the other game.
Yeah.
So the droids do see you as you walk towards the center, and they make that really creepy digital deep tone sound, like they're saying something, but it's not in a language you can understand. And they sort of rush towards you, and the lead one basically it's something along the lines of like, what's the password or whatever, and is you can tell this is one that you don't want to mess up. Do you give it the ID that you have?
Yes.
Okay. So you give it that ID, and they get slightly less aggressive. So they sort of stand down, all of them, but the lead one does tell you that essentially, you're not supposed to be here without an escort, even for inspections or tests.
My apologies. I was looking for our escort. There was an explosion, and they yelled something about getting to the data center, and I expected to see them here. Hunker down.
Okay. Let me get a deception roll from you.
Where is this? There.
It's towards the top.
Yeah.
21.
21?
Yeah. They seem to accept this answer and tell you that you are welcome to wait here for your escort. And they sort of just like two of these things get on either side of you and Anaka, sort of like in guard mode, and just wait. And they're obviously expecting you to wait for someone to get here.
Okay. Muxo will say as quietly as possible in her helmet. We're in the data center, waiting for you.
Who are you sending that to? Who is your intended recipient?
Whoever's not in this room that is in our party.
Ilsa's probably behind them. I guess she's a little bit slow because... Are there like any injured people in the hallway?
Yeah, there's some people.
Any
with,
injured officers?
Yeah, there's a couple lieutenants that clearly have some pretty bad burns from the fire that
Can I
burst
steal
through
their
the doorway.
stuff?
Yeah, I mean they're conscious.
So I have to knock
for
them out
long.
first.
Just boot to the head.
Yeah. You know
yeah. Go ahead and make a melee attack if you want to just like
I'm so bad
knock
at
them out.
this.
They're flat-footed, so their defenses are not up.
But I'm like not very strong, so let me find melee
Ooh,
attack.
you grabbed a blaster though, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Stun.
They do. The blasters do have stun settings. You could just blast them with the stunner, and
Okay, I'll do that.
they don't see it coming, so you just hit them and knock them out. That's totally fine.
Okay, I want to do that and steal their stuff. So I have the credentials.
Yeah, this lieutenant has a code cylinder that gives you some access to certain parts of the base, and a standard blaster pistol.
Okay, well, I'm just going to put the lieutenant disguise on or whatever and have my cold cylinder.
Okay. None of the clothing will fit over your armor or anything like that. So,
Mando in an imperial uniform.
Darn it.
Yeah, so disguising won't really work unless you want to take your armor off, which I don't recommend.
No.
But you do have the code cylinder, which will open some doors, literally.
Okay, so I have the cold cylinder and the ID or whatever, all the credentials.
Yeah. So it gives you access to some restricted areas in here. Possibly even the one that Muxo and Nanaka are currently hunkered down in. With that, I'm going to hop back to the hangar for a second.
Hello.
Jai, are you looking for a particular someone?
Sort of.
Hey, thanks so much. For the, it looks like somebody just signed up on Patreon.
Oh, wow.
Or, nope, it's the monthly, renewing, and for some reason Streamlabs goes, oh, everybody's renewed, so I have to do all the alerts, which is cool with me. So thank you to everybody that's popping up on the screen here for your pledges on Patreon. It's much appreciated.
Very cool. So Jai is not. Okay, here's the thing. Jai reacted in the moment, and he does not feel bad about that reaction. The thing that he does realize, though, is that it looks like both TIE Defenders are in one piece and flyable. But he needs to, like, clear the field before he goes hunting for trophies. So what he's going to do is he's going to jet down, fake ID in place, and just, like, grab the first two, like, pilots that he sees that are still on their feet, and just grab them and be like, get these two defenders out onto the platform outside the bay before they go up in flames, and you guard them until I come to relieve you.
Okay.
And then once our ride home is outside, then I'll go find the asshole.
Okay. Okay, there we go. Yeah. They're sufficiently, anxiety stuff enough that they just take your word at face value and hop into those TIE Defenders and fly them outside, probably commenting to each other like, when did we get TIE Defenders? I didn't even know we had these. What's going on? That sort of thing.
There's a straw in one of them in the cockpit.
And one of them is
light.
decorated like a cottage.
Yes. They are very confused TIE pilots. But yeah.
Jai is making
yes.
a mental note as he watches them like maneuver them out. That's just like, when Muxo trusts me again, I should install automatic kill switches in case anyone tries to steal her ship.
That's a good idea. And also, yes, thank you again to all of the patrons on Patreon. Much appreciated. And I wasn't expecting the alerts to go off like that, but I'm glad they did, so everybody can see all the cool people that are donating on there. I really appreciate it.
Heck yeah.
So I still don't know how I did that with Streamlabs, but I'm really glad I did. It's cool. So yeah, Jai, the TIE Defenders are out of the hangar.
Yes.
I need a perception roll.
Good. Now that he is in an infinitesimally smaller amount of trouble, 20, non-natural.
It is
Okay.
less trouble. It is some amount
Yeah,
less.
it's just infinitesimally less, but it's still less.
Okay.
He's
You
not
just have to give me
completely
another
insane.
defender, that's all. By yourself.
All right. And what is your reflex defense?
Reflex, am I flat-footed?
Yes, you are.
19.
Okay. All right. I'm just writing down something real quick. Okay.
Uh-oh. Jai's about to pay for his poor choices in a very real
Yeah.
way.
Ooh, yeah, that's a that definitely hits. That hits pretty good. I need anybody have damage on a vibro sword just off the top of your head? I'm looking it up, but if you have it like handy, that's cool too.
I mean, I can.
Zaidu would have that, yeah. On his sheet.
Oh yeah, you would.
2d6.
2d6. All right, cool. 2d6 plus
Strength,
that. Okay.
presumably. Yeah.
18 damage. And
Okay.
here's where that's coming from. So a very, very, very angry Jaws has snuck up behind you with that really nifty Beskar gauntlet blade
Ah.
and basically literally stabs you in the back.
Okay. So thankfully that doesn't hit my damage threshold. So that is the only reason that I feel confident enough to do this. is like once it goes like in and then out, Jai's just gonna like non-responsive, just turn around and just go, Jazz. What was that second name? It wasn't Saxon. It was.
It's Jaws Kareel Saxon is the full name of this person.
Jaws Kareel Saxon. You dishonor that armor, and then I'm gonna try to blast him.
Okay. It is definitely your turn.
Okay, so his damage reduction is 5 lower than it otherwise would be, and
okay.
Let me do a quick thing because he is 100% within 30 squares of me.
Oh yeah, he's point blank.
Why did that roll a 0? What happened there? I'm gonna try that again. Hold on. Okay, so that's a 16 to hit, and then it would be a 14 damage.
Let's see, that's 12. Because this would be much higher, but that's a lot of numbers for an attack roll.
Yeah, I don't.
Base attack bonus plus modifier plus your miscellaneous. Okay, so that's right. So it should be a lot higher than 15. I don't know why it gave you that low number, but I want to count that higher one, or the first one, because it's a lot higher.
Did it actually do met?
Why it did. It's just.
It didn't return value. Weird. That's. So yeah, that would be 26, 27 to hit on the first one.
Okay.
If I'm doing that math right. That's 11. That's 23, 24. Yeah, 25 to hit.
25
on the first
to
one.
Hit. It misses.
That's wild. Really? Okay. Force point? Is that worth a force point? Like, I know this is early in the fight, but
let me what was the total again? 27?
25.
Oh, 25. You know what? I think I'm actually going to adjust this character's reflex a little bit, because right now I think they're a little outside of your weight class.
I mean, I did just blow up a hanger in his face.
Yeah. So in this case, yes, a force point could potentially work.
Okay.
I'm gonna scale their reflex defense down just a little bit.
So now it is a 27.
Little OP. That still misses though.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to invest any more in this. It's I'm hurt too. That's fine. This is probably going to end in a draw with me like doing something cheap and then running away. So it's fine.
All right. Okay. Yeah, it misses. Do you want to try and back away at all, or anything like that? I mean, they are in the square adjacent to you, so.
Yeah. I don't have any of those fancy feats that let you basically 5-foot step away without it being a whole turn.
Okay.
So, no, what I'll do is I will. Okay, I know what I'll do. I'm gonna pull a thermal detonator off my belt and just hold it up as the rest of my turn, and just as a free action, just be like, "Let's chat."
Okay.
I don't know if this will work. I'm not really anticipating it'll work, but options.
Yeah. I think this is a good time to pull this out. 1 second. I just need to.
Uh-oh.
We're gonna have a reveal. It's actually it's not too bad of a it's
okay.
It's a low damage but it'll.
Am I poisoned?
No, you're not poisoned.
Good.
I have way too many tabs open and my computer's like, I don't want to look up anything else. Okay. All right, I need a strength check from you.
Oh. Okay. 6.
Um, all right, so that's 13 over.
Jai was not really prepared for this kind of fight today.
Okay.
Or ever.
So what happens when you hold the thermal detonator up? I'm actually going to throw a d6 onto that too, because I want you further away. Cool.
Oh boy.
So he pushes you back. He holds up a hand, and I should say, he holds up a hand, and you just get pushed back about 4 squares. With the force. And he goes, let's not. And he pulls out a blaster, and that's all he can do. So that's the end of his turn.
Oh boy. Are we gonna keep going on this for a little bit?
I was going to say, do you want to keep fighting, or do you want to run away? Because now you are not in melee.
The bay doors are still open, right?
They are. They kind of left them open when they took the ships out.
Good. That legitimately, that's what I was hoping they would do. Also, it opens up the space. It's not a confined space anymore. Less danger of bad things. Okay, so Jai is going to pocket the detonator again, clip it back onto his belt, and just go. A traitor to the armor and a jetty, and then jetpack out of the bay.
All right. He'll take a couple of pot shots at you. They bounce off your armor as you fly away. But then he runs back into the base.
I want to calm into the other team and just go. Saxon's here. He's a Jedi. Maybe someone else that has force magic should deal with him.
All right.
Give me a boot, Anaka. Please.
You know when you call Manaka, it doesn't go into a helmet, right? Musa will say, into her helmet.
Like an earpiece, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
I'm assuming this
question.
isn't just like a Bluetooth on her belt.
Does Anaka have ears? How does it Togruta work?
I'm pretty sure Togruta have ears.
Yeah, somehow, right?
I've never seen them with the ears that I'm familiar with. How do
Dear
they?
Google, do
Somebody tell me, what kind of ears do they have?
ears? Yes. So Montrals are made of bone and are hollow, allowing sound to pass in them. Apparently you have echolocation?
Yes, that is one of my character things. I can ignore cover when doing perception checks. If people are hiding, I can ignore their cover.
That's awesome.
It's
But
pretty
yes,
cool. Yeah.
Technically, those are your ears.
Okay, that's what I thought. I knew that they acted as ears, that I could use them for passive echolocation. But all this time, I've kind of just been sitting here going, "Where is she putting the comms?"
when you suddenly realize, like, I've never seen Ahsoka's ears now that I think about it.
Mhm.
What? We'll say it's like those throat mics that they have, but instead of a microphone, it's a speaker, so like only you can hear it.
Bone conduction.
When I suggested it, I just assumed that they had this technology because,
Absolutely.
Star Wars.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't
Thought
ask the
Togrutas
question
had normal
before now.
ears.
Yeah, I didn't ask the question until now because I was like, that's a stupid ass question. I'm gonna look like a moron.
No, good question, actually.
They don't have ears. Right, human
Wow.
ears.
You learn
more
something
you
new
know.
every day.
Mhm.
Now I'm over here like, do Twi'leks have ears?
They do, I believe.
I'm pretty sure they do.
Yeah,
But I
because
don't
they
know.
have the
my whole
tails
world's
sit
been turned
higher
upside
up on
down.
their head.
Yeah, they have
so
those
I'm
like
pretty.
brow ridgy type things going on, and then it goes down into ears.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm questioning all ears ever now.
you should. They're sus AF.
I saw
Yes,
ears
they
venting in
do-
I
electric.
get pictures and I see ear type things.
They do indeed have ears. Yes.
Muxo has ears too.
My mind
I know
is
you didn't
just
ask, but it's true.
Well, if everyone
blown.
else is talking about their ears.
Yeah. So today we learned Naka doesn't have
Yes.
ears.
So how does Anaka respond to this news?
Yes, the news that is being broadcast to her through her throat.
It's closer to your
What's
heart.
X?
No,
What-
I
what
meant
was
like
said?
it's like the throat mics where it's just like a little pad, but it's on your the thing. The
Montreal?
thank you. Yes.
Okay.
Your lumpy
That,
bits.
that bit of Star Wars knowledge will now be forever burned in my brain. I don't know
Yep.
what just got deleted to make room, but that's there forever.
Yep.
You are welcome.
Thanks.
So sorry, what was it that Jai said to her?
Basically, as general warning that Shiny Boy is here, and he
Right.
has force magic, and you should deal with him, maybe, please, and get me a boot. Except much angrier and much louder.
So if you want a boot, are you spending a best friend point on that? I'm kidding, she can't get a boot. She does not respond to you
That's
other
fine.
than yeah.
Jai's not really expecting a response and not actually genuinely expecting a boot. He's just still he saw an opportunity and the guy decided to be a Jedi about it, and Jedi suck. So Jai's now moody again, and now he doesn't even have a helmet to kick around.
Oh, I am so excited for you all to find out why he did the thing he did, and more about this character. It's a really cool character. Anyways, okay. So, Anaka, did you respond?
To Jai?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Then, about this time, Ilsa, you're able to get over to where Muxo and Anaka are with that code cylinder, if that's what you would like to do.
Yeah, and I don't know if she would know what the procedure for handing it over to the droids is, or to credentials. But she's gonna be like, "I am a tenant, blah blah, whatever, some ID."
Okay.
And what's happening here? Why aren't they doing their job?
Yeah.
Like in that snotty voice.
Yeah.
Because they're not doing their
Perfect.
jobs to whoever this lieutenant is.
The droid, the Dark Trooper droid is hi, my cat just showed up out of the blue. Is completely nonplussed by the accent and everything, and just takes the cylinder and like runs it through their own system and stand down, and they're like, okay, the proper procedures have been followed here. There's authorized personnel now. You can proceed. And they go back to sort of just like patrolling the room.
Elsa's gonna like cross her arms and like just look at them like she's in charge.
Excellent. Muxo rushes over to look very officially like she's doing her job. Ooh, check this camera, check thing. Tap, tap. Some keys.
Computer words.
Oh, yeah.
Hack the Gibson.
It doesn't look like the explosion has
Say
done
drop
any
the
real damage here.
payload. Jai whispers over the comm.
Okay.
So I'm looking for a port to stick something in.
There are plenty of ports.
It's almost midnight here, so it's okay to say that.
I was gonna say we're gonna wrap up here soon. But yeah, there are ports that you can do stuff with.
Great. And if I'm not getting data on the whatever type of data collecting thing that I've brought with me, I'll look over my shoulder and be like, "I'll need you, boss." And I assume Elsa will come over and use her code cylinder.
Yeah.
Yes, and look very annoyed because she's in charge. She's basically parroting somebody.
Excellent.
But,
So we're gonna collect some datals.
Yeah, you're able to access a lot of like preliminary research and like sort of phase 1 blueprints of these things.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the lieutenant doesn't have a real high security clearance, so you're not able to access everything that's in here. But you do get a lot more information than what you had before.
Yeah, and I'm basically like confirming the map too, if I can.
Yeah, you can download a schematic of a layout of the place with like rooms labeled and things like that, and it sort of updates your own map. So now you actually know where everything is, not just a good idea of where everything is.
A certain person wasn't very clear about what he was looking for, so this is what he's getting. Yeah, and I mean, Muxo got a pretty good look inside one of them too when she was sabotaging it. So there is that. Okay, so do a final sweep around the center console, like just touching things, make sure there's like plenty of green lights blinking, and then she'll signal to Anaka, like, we're done here. We should go.
Okay.
And then just sort of, swagger out.
Okay.
Saluting Ilsa as she goes.
Anaka, are you wanting to do anything in this room while you're here?
No, trusting that Muxo has gleaned everything that they need or could possibly do. She moves to leave as well.
Okay.
Elsa's going to rush up behind him and be like, "You're not authorized to leave without an escort."
Perfect.
Oh, I'm so sorry, sir. Fall behind Ilsa.
Straighten up and fly right. I don't know.
Just double checking, nobody wanted to like set off a thermal detonator or proton torpedoes in this room or anything like that, right?
No, I'm outside.
Yeah, okay.
Elsa's not. She's thinking they might have to come back at some point.
Yeah. He asked for information and nothing extra, and someone's already given him something extra. So,
they might need these IDs later.
Yes, this is all good, and you have a code cylinder now.
Yes.
A fresh one.
Yes.
So we're gonna march back to our ships.
Are y'all gonna?
Okay.
Are y'all like saying that y'all are coming back out?
Yeah, we're done here.
So
You still alive, Jai?
Once Jai hears that, he will drop back out of the sky where the defenders are parked and send the two pilots back inside. Just like, good job, pilots. Thank you for your aid. Get on to your damage stations. Do pass on to your officer that some of your higher ranking stormtroopers didn't seem to be aware of the surprise inspection and acted very rudely, and Admiral Pell will hear about it.
You're saying this to the TIE pilots?
Yeah.
I need a deception check.
Okay. 20.
They kind of give you the like, oh yeah, we'll be sure and let them know, and you know that they're not actually going to tell anybody, but they believed your story enough to ignore you, essentially.
Good. Perfect. Okay. I want to like now once over both ships and then just be like, okay, Muxo is going to kill me. This is true. I need a game plan to fix her boat. And then just basically like data pad out and just start like tapping down everything I'm going to have to do to get the Kipper back in place with like a smaller list for the cottage that just says fix stuff. but like Muxos is like line items of every piece that's like out of place.
Yeah. It's got about, we'll say 15 hit points left. It is space worthy, but just barely, and it cannot go into hyperspace in its current condition.
Okay. That is an itemized list. Jai has a lot of work to do.
Yeah. It's salvageable, and you can do it in a relatively short amount of time, like days short, not hours short.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's rough. And then the other one needs a brand new shield generator because it's completely fried.
We'll work on that.
Jai is not going to be first mate when Muxo's captain.
Nope.
That's not Jai's specialty. It's fine. So by the time they come out, Jai has like this itemized list ready. So when Muxo sees it, he can go, wait. Before you say anything, 1, I can fix them both. 2, I did manage to blow up the entire bay, a whole bunch of stormtroopers, and not die, and I didn't blow up your ship. And I think that's pretty great.
We had a plan.
It was a great plan. Nobody accounted for Saxon being here. And that piece of crap needs to go. He's a Jedi. Did you know that, Anaka? Did you know that when you were fighting him that he's a Jedi?
I think we need to brush up on your terminology because there's a very specific application of the word Jedi, and you seem to be misusing it.
Okay. Force wizard? Whatever your dumb cult's called, he's one of them, and I hate it. Let's go home.
Hey, a quick question out of character.
Oh.
Yeah.
What, is Anaka the only one who knows where that feeling who it came from?
Yes.
Okay.
You only felt, or Ilsa only felt the stuff with Char.
Okay. Well, Ilsa's just going to be like, it's time. She's going to use her evil accent and be like, it's time to leave and get into her TIE fighter.
Perfect. Yeah, there's stormtroopers starting to pour out of the hangar now, or into the hangar, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
So they'll be coming your way here very shortly.
Yeah, Muxo gets in the TIE Defender. She's driving this time. And just
Jai better hurry into
go.
Ilsa because they're leaving.
Oh, yeah.
You did a good job, though, Anaka. I'm really glad that you didn't crash this thing. Good work.
And I think with all of you taking off from the bunker, that's a good spot to wrap up the session here. Pick it up next week.
Yeah. Good idea before we have the opportunity to break anything else.
Yep.
Everything went perfectly fine.
Yeah,
You
except
recall,
for,
I
you know,
directly asked for it.
Yeah. So, thank you.
I mean,
again
out of character,
to,
totally justified behavior.
Thanks again to Admin Anonymous for the bits and the tier 3 subscription for those assets. That seriously saved everyone's butts.
Literally saved our lives.
Yeah, so much appreciated, and thank you to all those patrons again for continuing to support me and the channel and everything that we're doing. Before we go on our raid, Admin already got the raid cry, which I love it. Let's let the dice decide. That sounds like fun. And it was. Before we go on our raid, I'm gonna let everybody say what their favorite part was, where we can find them, and anything else they'd like to share. Again, give Mr. Par4E on Twitter, give him a follow. I'm real sad he couldn't make it this week, but I'm sure he'll be here next week, and he's pretty cool. So give him a follow, check out his stuff. And then we'll go reverse order. So, Matt, what was your favorite part? Where can folks find you? Anything you'd like to share?
Oh boy. I pulled the trigger and an entire docking bay exploded. It's great. I don't know what the arc is going to be between Jai and Jazz, but I love it. And I cannot wait for the special episode where they're stranded on some world and have to cooperate to survive and still hate each other at the end.
Oh my God, that'd be amazing.
Good times. Maybe that'll happen off screen between seasons. Boy, yeah, it's gotta be that proto, just like, oh, this is the type of thing where if Jai had a Death Star, if it meant killing Jazz, he would pull that trigger. That's probably something we're gonna have to address eventually, but it was that.
You can work on that.
Yeah. Look, he just takes his whole deal very seriously and whatever. Yeah, you can find me again on this channel on Saturday afternoon for the Time Traveler game, where I play someone who is the exact opposite of Jai. He's more like Jai when Jai's angry, but all the time.
Yeah.
And more drunk. So that's a ton of fun. I look forward to playing that game again. And you can find me on my channel, Jam Game Streams. I stream there Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings. Currently, I'm doing a Pokemon Sword Nuzlocke run, which has been shockingly lethal, and I'm very sad about it. All of my good Pokemon keep dying on me, and I hate it. It's been, my starter died before the first gym. So yeah, that's a lot of fun. And I have a podcast called Hard Reboot. Me and two friends take a public domain property and give it a fresh coat of paint, and it's a ton of fun to listen to. So that's me.
Awesome. I think I typed that in right. Yes, I did. There we go. Next, Hope, what was your favorite part? Where can folks find you, and anything else you'd like to share?
Oh boy, what was my favorite part? Okay, so first, I really liked Anaka's reaction to Muxo coming in and trying to be comforting and just totally guessing wrong. Like, Muxo is not convinced that she's that far off, though. Like, this is a very reasonable thing to be angry about. And the timing was suspicious. Because she has no idea that, like, you know, there's someone out there that she's actually pissed off at. My second favorite part, though, was the planning. I really liked that. Like, it was chaotic, especially with the character switching, which was also very good. But, like, you know, Muxo getting a chance to actually, like, step forward and be like, no, you know what? No, let's actually do this sensibly. And getting some kind of cooperation for it. That was nice. It was a good moment. I liked it. I'm not going to talk about the Kipper right now. I'm actually not that mad about it. It's fine. It will be fixed. And really, makes us more worried that Jai is going to go tell Bevan everything again. Her poor little heart. Anyway, I'm Hope Tracy. You can find me at Hope Tracy71 here on Thursdays, and Milady Saito's channel on Monday nights for Tales of Jahi, where my character is surprisingly far more devious. Like, surprising me. I did not know Tia was devious until the end of last session, and this Monday's gonna be interesting.
Awesome. All right. Next, Nikki, what was your favorite part? Where can folks find you, and anything else you'd like to share?
I really like getting to do the character swap. That was one of my favorite things. Just it was fun to actually have a character that wasn't so reserved. Because Ilsa's really reserved, and I liked how the plan just went out the window. I mean, it was not fun for the characters, but it was kind of fun for everything to blow up. And they still managed to pull it off. I just love that even though they're probably really mad at each other now, and they're blowing stuff up, and there's stuff people aren't telling each other, they still pull it off, which is great.
That's pretty great.
And I'm Nick Cool on Twitter. I am here tomorrow playing in a Zweihander game, and my character is different than Elsa. All of my characters are different. I've got a schedule up on my Twitter, Nick Cool on the pinned tweet. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
And it's changing a little bit probably, but it's up there, and I'll try to remember to post any changes.
Awesome. All right. Last but not least, V, what was your favorite part? Where can folks find you, and anything you'd like to share?
For as much trouble as I give Jai for being our lovable little idiot, just completely going off the rails with that one was definitely my favorite part. It's never a dull moment when Jai is involved in a plan. And even if you have a plan going into it, you don't know if you're going to stick to it. So it's always interesting. I also enjoyed the cleanliness of Anaka pulling the "these are not the droids you're looking for," and just turning around and walking away. That was really fun, and I'm glad that was actually the talent that I chose for this level up. So I was really excited to use it. But yeah, so cool. I'm going to be using that one in the future for sure. To see if we can't get some really cool things with that. But yeah, just the episode in general was really good. It was fast paced, but it wasn't too overwhelming or anything like that. And yeah, I'm excited to see what absolute bullshit comes from us having done that. But as for, I know it's coming. You laugh, but I know we're in trouble. As for where you can find me next, I will be here Saturday evening at the same time for the next episode of Animus Absentis, as well as next week, Wednesday, for the next Exodus game, where I'm the GM. And if you'd like to check out my artwork, you can also find me on Twitter at Peppero Draws. That's Peppero like the candy. Recently just posted some My Hero Academia stuff. If you're interested in anime, have some Jujutsu Kaisen stuff, hopefully that I'll be finishing up relatively soon, but also some OC stuff. We're currently doing an OC art exchange, so I will have 4 pieces going up for that fairly soon. But yeah, that's me.
Awesome. That just leaves me. My favorite part, I did rather enjoy when Jai was basically like, oh, here's a plan. Let's just get rid of that and launch proton torpedoes. That was just beautiful. And the fact that it was like, you know what? I don't want to be responsible for how bad this is, so we'll just see what the dice say. And the dice was like, really bad. Oh, it was great. I love Jai. I'm impressed that you've made Jaws use another Destiny point, because like I said, he's an NPC with a Destiny, so he does have them, but not very many. So that's impressive that you've got him to use 2, and like both encounters that you've had with him. So, or I guess it's technically been 3 encounters, but still, very cool stuff. I love that all of that shenanigans was happening, and Muxo and Anaka and Ilsa were like sticking to the plan and got in clean, got the intel that they could, and then got out without any issues.
With an awesome elevator scene.
Yeah, very cool elevator scene with the...
They were both pretty cool. Like, I love the idea of like just pulling up a map while you're waiting. Yep. But the first one was like, yes, I get a movie moment.
It was very cool. That was really neat. There's so many good moments. I enjoyed the whole thing. It was a lot of fun. I really cannot wait for you all to find out more about these characters that you've interacted with so far, because they have really cool backstories, and I'm sure we'll show up more often. My brain just went completely empty there for a second. Where you can find me next, I will be playing. Today's Thursday. Yes. Tomorrow at noon Mountain Time, I'll be playing Mare in Beyond the Wall, and Mare's like sort of a gothic loner superhero type in a world where dreams and reality aren't quite separate things. And our GM wanted us to tell what our characters' worst fears were this week, with no explanation there. So I'm sure everything's gonna be great. It's gonna go great. I'm only slightly concerned, but it's going to be a lot of fun. I really like that game quite a bit. And then tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, I'll be playing Katanova in our In the Mouth of the Beast Below game, which is our Zweihander campaign that we're doing. And that's also always a good time. And then other things to share. Our sponsors once more. You get that into chat. Fundamental RPG and Intrepid. The PDF version for 2nd edition of Fundamental RPG just dropped a couple days ago. You can catch or pick up a copy rather at the link that's in chat, or just go to coffee.com/raven/shop, just like it says in the bottom right hand corner. Just add /shop to the end, and you can pick that up. And then the print version should be available here hopefully very soon. There was one tiny formatting error on for Amazon that we had to fix, and so as soon as that's done, I'm just waiting to get that file back, and we can get it into print as well. I'm also doing a giveaway. You've got until the end of the day today, so end of the evening, I guess. If you go to my Twitter, which is right below my face here, at the Raven, you can enter for that. It's one of my more recent tweets. And you can also go to at the Raven Evermore, Raven spelled RAVYN over there. So at the Raven Evermore on Instagram, and I'm doing an Instagram version of the giveaway as well. So a couple of chances to win a free copy of Fundamental RPG. And then Intrepid is just adventuring gear for IRL. So if you like athletic or outdoors or casual wear with the tabletop theme, it's pretty cool stuff. And that's at the same place, just coffee.com/raven/shop. You can find all of that there. And then if you want to catch up on this show or any of the others that we've had on the channel this season or past seasons, if you go to YouTube and look up Black Feather Guild, you should find us right there real quick. And there's tons of content there. And then very soon that will all be moving over to the Fantasy Network. Just as soon as they get all that back-end stuff done. So you'll be able to find that at watch.thefantasy.network/videos. So definitely go check that site out as well. I think that's everything that I had to cover. So we're going to go on a raid. We're going to go say hi to, just making sure she's still streaming. Yes. To Georgie May, friend of the channel. I've known Georgie through Twitch since I started streaming. And just a fantastic person and a fun channel. Really good community over there. Variety streamer. Definitely give her a follow if you're not doing so already, and say hello. And we've got our raid cry again, which is there we go. Let the dice decide. That sounds like fun. So thank you again, everyone, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.